do the Smart Rider games. This is the big course. This is something I like to do to practice my U-turns, my figure eights. It's basically just a nice little bike bonding moment. This is the first one, lefty-loosey. This is gonna really practice your left-handed turns. You're gonna get 1, 2, 3 left-handed U-turns. Wide, shorter, and shorter. If it gets difficult, just keep practicing. I'm gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. We do have a timer here, but we're not gonna time these first 2. So I'm gonna follow the diagram. Now this is a bigger course. The one in the booklet is a 40 by 60. This is an 80 by 120. It's just fun. So I'm going wide on these first ones. I'm practicing my friction zone, my throttle, right? So I'm going wide. Now I have to go around these 2. So this is gonna practice a shorter U-turn. With the 40 by 60, this one gets a little difficult, but this next one is even more difficult on the short course. It's much easier on the big one because the big one is meant for speed. And then we're gonna exit out of the gate. So that is the lefty-loosey. So if you have a big parking lot, highly recommend doing this bigger course if you're a beginner so that you can get it done. So 33, 39. So I'm gonna do one more time. So now I'm gonna keep head and eyes going where I wanna go. So I'm looking, give it a little bit. Now I don't have my hand on the friction zone or the clutch lever, and I'm just doing throttle. So I'm going nice and wide on these. I'm giving myself that room. And we're gonna go ahead and go. So remember, counterweight, handlebar turn, look where you wanna go, give it some throttle, play with the friction zone. Now we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and go faster. That was 25. If you get a little bit bored of doing it slow and you're like, I feel like I got it, well, let's challenge ourselves. A little bit of fun, a little bit of fun. 15.6, let's go ahead and see if we can get that a little bit better. Got the face shield down now. Give it a little bit of brake, practicing my braking and throttle and friction zone. Braking so I can make these things nice and tight. I got some water on the ground, but I trust my tires. I'm looking where I wanna go. I'm gonna accelerate out. So I just practiced, what, that's 4 times 3, so that's 12 U-turns I just practiced. And 15.6. So if we want to, let's go ahead and adjust it to the right side. So I have my phone-friendly version, which you can get the actual physical book. Let's go ahead and put this in neutral because I accidentally zoomed in on this one. This is the phone-friendly version of it. You get this when you download this when you buy the physical version. If you're an MTC Rider Academy member, you get this too. But yeah, you can have the booklet out yourself if you really want to. But now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go right side. So let's take 2 nice and easies. Right side, some people say it's a lot easier because the throttle is closer to your body. You're not having to reach super far out. And you notice how I'm just kind of chilling. All right, so we gotta go through this now, a little bit shorter. And this one, I gotta go around this 1 cone. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep it, look where I wanna go, turn that handlebar, and move. I just did 3 U-turns, not really thinking about it. And that's the point of these. So you want to practice, practice, practice. So 24, hey, not bad. 24, so righty-tighty, right? We're gonna do 4 exercises. This is number 2. Well, we're gonna do 4 different exercises. This is exercise number 2. Set number 2, rep number 2, whatever you want to call it. So go and look, 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 look. And if you go wide, that's fine, that's fine. Go through this. All right, so now, let's give it a little bit of speed. So 21. I'm gonna practice my braking around this cone, give it a little bit of throttle, give it a little bit of throttle, brake, look where I wanna go, give it a little throttle. I'm gonna brake and make this tight, like a Twiga, and accelerate out. Brake and turn. Yeah, 16.6. My left was a little bit better. Let's try one more time. So once again, looking where I want to go. I'm not looking at the cones. You start looking at the cones, you start making mistakes because you start aiming towards the cones. You look where you want to go. You target fixate on the things that you want. So I'm looking back at the exit. And we're going to accelerate out. All right. 16, not bad. We're gonna go next on the 2-pole run. The 2-pole run is 2 left-handed U-turns, but it's only around 2 cones. The lefty-loosey is around 3 cones at first, and now it's a little bit more difficult. So we're gonna take it nice and easy, go around these first 2 cones. Remember to look where we wanna go. And if you wanna do it for time, you don't have a timer, have a friend do a stopwatch or record yourself. We're gonna shoot for this outside cone and go around these 2 cones now. And then we're gonna look. We're gonna keep looking. And all I'm doing is friction zone throttle control. Friction zone throttle control when I'm practicing, especially if I'm a beginner. When you get better, you don't need to use friction zone so much. So once again, we're gonna do another easy one. I'm not gonna use friction zone, it's all throttle control, and I'm just gonna look, and I'm kinda just gliding at this point. And I'm in first gear, you might have to be in second gear. Second gear is kind of fun, but this is a pretty big bike, and first gear handles it pretty well. So now we're gonna have some fun and go a little bit faster. So we're gonna go around these 2, go shoot to the outside, go for around those 2. Throttle control, braking is water. And if it's raining and it rains just like this, guess what? That's practice. That's extra challenge, extra practice for when it is raining. I don't remember what it was when it was going slow, but 13, that's pretty good, 13.4. And the cool thing about recording yourselves is that you can take down your times and see how you improve that way. You can progress by being smoother, you can progress by going faster, you can progress by doing the short course and making it tighter and a little bit more difficult. But right now I just did 2, actually 3 left U-turns, because you got that 1, you got that 2, and you got that 3. And if I did it 4 times, that's 12. So I just did 12, 12, 12, 36 U-turns, 24 to the left, and then 12 to the right, without even really thinking about it. Now we're gonna do a figure 8, but this is gonna be a really wide figure 8. We're gonna go around all of the cones, if that's what it looks like. It's the bootlace. And let's go ahead and have fun doing that one. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go wide around this one. We're gonna go all the way around this one. We're gonna look where we wanna go. Hey, guess what? We just did a couple U-turns right there, right? Change of direction. We're gonna look at the exit. Use your peripheral and pattern recognition to see those cones. Use your focal vision to look where you want to go. So 17, not bad. So we're gonna do it nice and easy again. Go nice and round. Go nice and wide. Remember, planning your ride, right? Position for safety. Position yourself for success. If you have to, go nice and wide. Go nice and wide. Go nice and slow. Use the rear brake. Use the front brake. It's a lot of fun. All right, so let's go ahead and have some fun on this one. Let's go a little bit faster. Really move that body. Now, what does this feel like when you move that body like super quick, like Shazam, like that? Guess what? When you're in the mountains, when you're having to shift lane positions, you know, you have to swerve around a car. So 14.7. All right, visor down. Here we go. And trust me, there are faster people than me, but I'm having fun. So please beat my time safely. 13.6, not too bad, not too bad. And you know what? I said we're gonna do 4, we're gonna do a bonus one. This is called the ADOs. Don't ask me how I got that name, just kidding. It looks like an 8 inside of an O, it's an ADO. So now, instead of the U-turn being around everything, the U-turn is around these 2 cones, and then you have to go wide, super wide. So let's do it nice and slow. Now on the short course, this can be a little bit more difficult. On the big course, it's much easier. So I'm gonna give myself some time and some space. This GoPro just died on me, so that's fun. So we're just gonna utilize all of this, and we're going around these cones, all of the cones, all of the cones, and then we're gonna exit out. So it's gonna be a nice U-turn, nice figure 8 in the middle, and then all.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We have the digital drill booklet on sale right now. It's the pinned comment, 25% off of that until Monday at midnight. So make sure you guys grab it. How you doing? What's up, Haas? Elad, how you doing? I'm the only notifications for you. That's awesome. AC broke. Uh-oh. Guys, we got 5 videos today. I'm going to try to power through them. I'm not going to do a no pause. I guess the no pause video wasn't... People didn't like it. They're like, if we wanted a no pause, we would just kind of watch the actual video. So I'm like, you know what? You are right. You are right. So we're going to be doing a lot today. 5 videos today. 2 of them are relatively new, and then 3 of them are the some of the most popular MotoStars videos. So they're older videos, but we're gonna redo them because I've been doing this. I've been doing the after action reviews for about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think so. I think towards the end of 2019, I started doing these. And so, I mean, like, we've kind of gone through all of them. And we're going to go ahead and redo some of the older ones to see what kind of knowledge that, because back then I didn't have, the rescue acronym. I didn't have plan method. I didn't talk about open lane patterns. And so we're going to go over those older ones and see what new information we can gather from them. But we got 2 newer ones today. Been binging the videos for the last week or 2. Got my first bike. Nice. Got the permit for it yesterday. All right, house. Yeah. Happy hump day from Sierra Vista. How you doing, Premier Media Group? That's pretty close. Super tired waiting for doctor phone appointments, so nice to have a live stream to ease the anxiety. Hopefully you're doing right, Comatose Rain. How are you typing if you're comatose? Captain Obvious. Okay, yeah. Recently bought a first bike. The closest class for me is 4.5 hours away. Same with the testing sites. Oh, that's a tough one. Like, how are you going to get there? Like, on that bike. That's one of the problems that one of the problems that I recognized years ago, and that's why I created Motorcycle Training Concepts. Once I have my presentation this Friday, I'm going to be focusing heavily on the book again. We're going to get that out. And my goal is to be like, you can go ahead and practice at home. I get it. Well, for you, the testing site is 4.5 hours too. But practice at home, and that way when you get to the DMV or wherever you take your test, you can just pass it. Boom, done. Because some places are like 4.5 hours away, and then they're all booked for months. You're kind of waiting, and you want to ride. So that's kind of my goal for that. And so hopefully this new book will go ahead and solve a lot of your guys' problems when it comes to that. It's going to be all of my information that I've accumulated over the past 6 years of doing this and with my continuing education. And I hope you guys like it. And if not, then I'll redo it again and again and again and again. All right. Drove through psychiatrist. Ooh. Caked it with the little boogers. Yep. Just started riding a few months ago. I want to thank you for putting these videos out there. They've helped me a lot. Thanks, Curated Cinema. Appreciate that. I'm glad you're riding safe. This is going to be a great stream. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let me get the pen out. Make sure you guys, let's see. Did you guys chew on it? It's not popping up. Yeah, you guys, okay, there it is. There it is. Cool. So we're not even going to wait for 100 likes. You guys know how it goes. We want to have 100 likes before we get in because that's how you sign into class and you get credit for today's class. Don't worry about what the credit's for. It's not redeemable for anything, but it makes you feel better because you actually are participating in class. And you're helping the channel out by hitting that like button. Make sure my phone is charging. Justin's Motovlog, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day too. Before we really jump in, what did everybody do this week? I had a great Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, it was Memorial Day weekend, so it's not the greatest, but we're remembering everybody here. And, it's a solemn day. But anybody have a good time? 67 likes. Oh, great. One thing that we're going to be doing a little bit differently at the beginning, what I just realized is not a lot of people know who I am. Especially for, like each new video is a new way to introduce myself. So in the beginning, I will be doing a quick intro about who I am and what we do here. Hey, welcome. I can't pronounce your name. Appreciate it though. Welcome to the crew. And then we're going to do a quick ad read for the digital drill booklet, which in fact I need to probably get the phone out so you guys can actually see it. Let's see. Make sure you guys... Yeah, so this right now is on sale. So you get the whole booklet, put it on your handlebars, go to the parking lot. Be like, I want to practice the ADOs. Okay, cool. I want to go ahead and practice the snake. Okay, cool. I want to go ahead and, I'm going to try something harder. The 4-leaf clover. Have it on your handlebars, start practicing. So we'll do that. So let's see. Because I've been practicing the presentation, and part of that is the introduction of like who I am, and I don't really like talking about myself, which is weird, huh? Because I'm over here on a live stream where I'm looking at the camera right now, and kind of center of attention up here in front of class. But I don't really like talking about myself, so I'm gonna have to just say, hey, I was a motorcycle coach, firefighter, EMT for 11 years. We were going to be watching some crashes and close calls to see what happened, how it happened, and we're going to be doing the after-action review process, which... Do I have that button? Is there an after-action review? No. We do not have after-action on here. Okay. But yeah. We're going to do that real quick. Because who knows? People joining, they're like, who's this guy talking? I have an 8-year-old Shoei helmet that was never used, stored in its original box. Do I need to buy a new one? Yeah, probably. Helmets last about 5 years. It probably looks great. But the polystyrene foam that's on the inside, the part that's shock absorbing basically, it's probably dried out. There's a little bit of moisture in terms of like pliability, and it loses that. So it's going to be like, I don't know, think of it as like bread. Now it's stale bread. Super, super tough. Hurts your gums when you take a bite. And then it's not soft. Doesn't absorb. Yeah. Crappy weather in Pennsylvania. Oh, Norway, your lessons are relevant to us as well. Good advice for every level. Hans, thank you. Got caught in hail. Uh-oh. Day-old French bread. Well, we got this video today. This is the first one. It's the thumbnail right here. And Shazam. Okay. So we're going to go over that. Any rider tips on hand grip and positioning? I have trouble reaching turn signals and hands getting tired. Closer to the primary control or the secondary control buttons. Put your hands a little closer. If it's harder to reach for those levers, because now you might have to adjust your levers. But don't grip so hard. If your hands are getting tired, it means you're gripping pretty hard. Grip with your knees. Kind of stay loose. Anybody ever remember, like, I don't know, elementary school, like 2nd, 3rd grade, whatever it was, where, maybe I'm dating myself here, is like when you're writing cursive, yeah, I probably am, writing cursive, the whole point was not to be like gripping the pencil super hard, and so then teacher would come out and walk around the class, and if she was able or he was able to pull the pencil out of your hand easily, that means you're gripping it correctly. Anybody remember that? Anybody? Kind of the same thing with the grips. Same thing with the grips. Now you want to have a good grip. You don't want to be falling off, but you grip with your knees. Hey, I'm not the only one that remembers that. Look at that. Good. Kind of the same thing. 85. Okay, we gotta get started. I said I was gonna go without 100 likes, but guys, hit the like button. What font is that? Oh, geez. We don't even do cursive anymore. So, what we're gonna do here is do the intro. So I'm gonna start recording. And 3, 2. Let's go ahead and make the music a little bit lower. 10%, not 15%. All right, I like the music though. Yeah, I don't like cursive. Nobody uses cursive anymore. Even though my print for standard looks terrible. I hate writing. Writing checks suck. Anyways, we're going to get started. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. No, I don't like that one. We're going to redo that. So you guys are watching me in real time. Let me go ahead and delete that one so I don't get confused when it comes to editing these videos. You're seeing in real time how we do it. This is kind of like what filming does. You screw up, redo, screw up, redo. Yeah, screw it. We're just going to do the ad. All right, 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Did I just wake up? You know, that's the problem. We didn't hit 100 likes, and I'm getting screwed up here. There we go. We'll do that. Appreciate the tips. Oh, thank you. 98 likes. Maybe we have to hit 100, and then things will start flowing. I've been practicing a different kind of... There we go. 102 likes. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today, we're going to be going over some crashes and close calls and doing an after-action review process to see what happened. We can learn from their mistakes so we don't make them ourselves. But yeah, we're going to be going over this MotoStars video. But if you want to go ahead and practice your training in a parking lot, make sure you grab the digital drill booklet, mount it on your handlebars, practice 25% off with code GODRILL25. But let's go ahead and use my 11 plus years of firefighting experience and motorcycle coaching to figure out what happened.
Learn from the mistakes of others, so check this out and ride safe.
Oh, geez. So we have a blind corner coming around, and now we're going to go ahead and slip and slide, and then we're going to have a T-bone accident. This is not something that you want to deal with, and I don't know if this music is copyrighted, so we're going to go ahead and mute it. So we're going to have that impact. Now, we couldn't see what happened, or we couldn't see this car until the last second. So when we see this right here, this is a blind corner. We're going to be in orange stage. And if you don't know what we're talking about here with the orange stage, this is part of the MTC awareness stages where we are paying attention. We are on high alert. We're typically in yellow stage where we're kind of zoned in, relaxed, kind of just enjoying the ride. Let's go and bring that back up. And then red stage, we have to do something. Emergency swerve, emergency acceleration, emergency braking, basically something to get ourselves out of the situation. But part of what we're trying to do here is perceive hazardous situations before they happen. So we're going to go ahead and use the plan method. So we position for safety, locate, assess, and navigate. We'll be going over this a lot probably in this video because it's very important. This will keep you safe when you're out riding a motorcycle. So we're coming up to here. Now we see the person coming out. Uh-oh, what do we do? So this person probably applied the brakes really hard. Now the goal is to do progressive braking where we're doing a nice, easy squeeze until we get traction on that front tire, weight transferred on that front tire so we can have traction. Then we can apply more and more and more. But what we see here is a possible escape path. Hopefully they see us because they did stop for a second. So we might have to swerve out of the way, brake, do something. But this is one of those situations where just in case everything fails, hopefully we have full gear. And these are the smart rider principles that we use here at the MTC Rider Academy. So make sure you wear full gear and rescue yourself if you need to. But this is a terrible situation. If this was in a car, probably would have happened too. But the simple fact that we're on a motorcycle, we're highly vulnerable to injuries, especially right here on the left leg. That's not good. We don't like that. So we're going to go ahead and put the music back on, or the sound, and see what happens here. So we're tucked in. Nice helmet. It's a good helmet. I think we hit a road surface hazard, and we dropped the bike. Now imagine your body on the ground, sliding and getting road rash, and then getting those thermal burns. So it's basically like a terrible rug burn, but we have asphalt. Now each one of these lines is about 20 feet, and in between each of those lines, and what I'm talking about here is this line right here, and in between each line is probably about 30 feet. So just think about how far he actually slid. Now, when it comes to riding our motorcycle and even driving our car, we're trying not to hit potholes, trying not to hit tar snakes, we're trying not to hit road debris, and that's what a road surface hazard is. You can see it right here where it bounces. So he hits something. You can't see it because the camera angle is pointed towards us. So let's see if I can slow it down just a little bit. Nope, maybe not. So we're going to go ahead and hit something and dump the bike. So there's the right shoulder. So he's got a good jacket. That's going to help out. But he had regular jeans on. And that right leg all down the side. Just let go of the bike at that point. That bike will slide. You don't want to be attached to it. So the bike fairings broke off from wind and took my rear wheel out from under me, throwing the bike to its side. Okay. I have a feeling that it's not that. Probably hit a road surface hazard because wind. I don't know. I'm really concerned about the leg. Let's see what happened to that leg. Those pants held up really well. Maybe his leg was not fully on the ground. But watch out, guys. All right, we're coming up to here. Oh, we have an idiot in front of us. It's kind of like an open lane pattern. Just, oh, that was a red. And there's an accident here. So it's up to you guys if you want to rescue. I'd be more concerned about the person he hit because the dum-dum in the car that was doing that was probably high on drugs. And that's a tough situation to really deal with. All right, guys, open lane pattern. So we don't know what that is yet because if you're new, welcome. Our lane is moving faster than the other lane. And you see this when you're driving. You probably do it yourself when you're driving, but hopefully you're checking your mirrors. This person's probably going to switch out because they don't like being behind this guy. So they see this car moving, they want to switch out, and then this is a happy face. Okay, so we don't want to get hit because when this person, when they come out, we're right here, possibly getting hit. So what do? Probably apply the brakes just a little bit, let them in. Not a big deal. Okay, nice little impact though.
The driver changed lanes without signaling and making sure hitting the right.
Open lane pattern. I haven't seen the video yet, but you start to recognize it when you're out driving, riding your motorcycle. And people do that when they're walking on the sidewalks too. All right, here we go. Lane filtering, or I'm sorry, lane splitting at a high rate of speed. Very close call. Don't recommend doing that. Almost ran into the wall, which good for him not doing that. Okay, so another open lane. Getting bounced around. Good job with the progressive braking and using the horn at the same time. You know, do you? All right, nighttime. Nighttime hazards. Look at this is all we can see. Okay, you don't know what's on the other side until you get some illumination on it. So try not to ride so fast that your total stopping distance is not enough. So total stopping distance is your perception, reaction, and braking distance. So you want to be able to brake within what you can see, and then you're kind of hoping after the fact. You can always change it up. So swerve if you have to. But we're going pretty fast here at night, and there goes a deer. Now, in that situation, there's not much you could do anyways. Even at daytime, deers are just going to come out at you. But animals like to move around at night, so be careful with that.
Have a situation where on
70 kilometers, that's what it said on the sign.
But the truck driver didn't.
So we're going to 170, though. So let's go back just a little bit. It says 70 kilometers.
Here we have a situation
I'm assuming that's kilometers because this seems kind of slow.
Where on one hand.
And now we're going to go 170. What's going to happen here on this turn? Do you think he's going to go too fast on the turn and then go wide? Nope. We have a side of the vehicle. Can't see much, can't do much. Good job with the progressive braking. That was pretty good. So side of the vehicle is a pattern that we look for. It means it's going to be a path of travel violation, possibly T-bone. So right now we got to go in red stage because our lane is disappearing. So he found an escape path. Yes, high speed, whatever it was, but it kind of shows you, hey, even at high speed, you can do really good progressive braking to slow yourself down and then position yourself off into a new position for safety, right? So what's happening here is that we recognize, we located, assess, and navigating this active threat, and we're going to put ourselves in a new position for safety. Now, he's not in a good position for safety at high rate of speed, but he's going to navigate himself into a position for safety, which is that escape path off to the side. Imagine if he was just applying the brakes and stayed in the lane exactly where he was. Would have hit the back end of this vehicle. Don't get mad at them. Everyone in a collision. Okay. Oh, there's a collision. Okay. So gear saved his butt head. Interesting. Oh, side of the vehicle. Impact. Ooh, high mechanism of injury. Possible lower leg, hip, head. It's a multi-system trauma here. Everything is going to be damaged. Everything's going to be damaged. So this is why we wear gear, everybody. Acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case. So what do we do in this situation if we come upon this accident? We're going to go ahead and remain calm. So we're going to have somebody call 911, or we call 911. We're going to look for hazards, other road people, or road users, road people. We're also going to wear some PPE, so some gloves, right? Some gloves, maybe some eye protection. If you have your helmet on, you already got it. Just put the visor down. We're going to try to stop any major bleed. So direct pressure. We're going to go ahead and apply a tourniquet if we can, or if it's warranted. And then pack the wound if we can. That's the back side of the card, which you get with the rescue pack that we have on sale in the shop.
I have possession of his camera that was riding his bike.
So he's calling 911. Very good.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Kind of want to see what the patient looks like, but we're not going to get that. All right. We literally go down the road and he gets knocked off. What happened? Oh, sorry. So once again, we're going to try to rescue. Watch out for other people driving. We don't want to get hit. Okay.
Why would you do that, bro? No indication, nothing, bro. Sorry. Hey, get yourself on the grass and lay down, bro.
So I wouldn't care about who's at fault at this point. My main concern is the person on the ground. We can deal with who's at fault later. The goal is to make sure our buddy's doing fine. So he's breathing. That's good. He's not moving, so maybe some broken something in the musculoskeletal system. So ligaments, tendons, bones, muscles. Something could be broken. So you can see the nice little dent in the rim right there on the bottom. So I wonder what happened there. The bike is the bike. It's whatever's damaged to it. Take care of your buddy. Make sure there's no external bleeding. All right, here we go. What do you think is gonna happen here? We're gonna go wide. Write in the comments what you think. There's the chevrons. So it's gonna be a sharp turn. They're going really. Woo. So high mechanism of injury. At this point, remain calm so you don't crash, so don't slam the brakes. Go ahead and pull yourself off to the side of the road. Get to your buddy. And then if there's any external bleeding, stop the bleed. Take care of them. Recognize that there's probably a traumatic brain injury. A concussion is a traumatic brain injury. So obviously don't let them on the bike again if it runs.
The rider was too confident.
Uh-oh, rain. So we got some road surface hazards. It's going to be a little wet.
Situation.
So our braking and acceleration are going to be a little bit delayed. You want to be a little delayed in that. It's going to take a little bit longer for the braking. Ooh, get up. You almost got ran over, buddy. So what happened there? Huh? Oh, he slammed the brakes. Had to layer down. Got a little panicked. Slammed the brakes. Lost traction on that front tire. Yep. Slam the front brake. So that's why progressive braking is very important. Okay, intersection, orange stage. We have a left turner there. Slow it down. Slow it down. You don't have to rush through. You don't know if there's a second car. Every year, unfortunate bike lose their lives due to reckless individuals like this idiot. All right, so headlights in our lane. Uncommon thing in a common situation. What do we do here? Looks like they're starting to swerve out of the way, so position yourself more to this side. Don't fight for your lane. Put yourself in a better position for safety. You don't know if they were going to switch lanes. Okay, we have an idiot doing that. Let them be in front. They saw you. You have high vis, but they're going to be idiots. Let them be idiots. Don't chase. Don't follow. Don't do any of that stuff. We have like a secondary player in here. What's going on here?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to kill me?
Yeah, look at that. Stay away from the idiot. That's exactly why. Right there.
All on camera, all on camera, all on camera.
He doesn't care.
Driving out of what?
He doesn't care.
XUI, all on camera.
Yeah, go ahead and call it into the cops.
Where the rider's quick and efficient reaction prevented a tragedy.
Oh, kids will do that. So that right there is a definite hazard when you're riding in a neighborhood. So let's say you want to start practicing. So you start off in a parking lot, maybe on your street, and that's kind of all you do. And then you go through the neighborhood. Now, depending on the type of day, summertime, whenever kids are in school, out of school, watch out for kids. One thing that kids will do is run after like a basketball or soccer ball that rolls into the street. So if you see like a ball rolling into the street, just assume a kid's going to be running after it. Watch out. It's definitely a hazard. So side of the child. There you go. Thankfully that kid listened. He's going to learn a lesson right there probably. Yep. All right, what do we have here? Side of the motorcycle. Okay, side of the taxi. Okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Moving on. Use an indicator and check blind spot, please. Okay, it's a merging area. We do know in merging areas we're going to be in orange stage because this is a possible path of travel. So we see this happening right away. So maybe switch lanes if it's possible to get ourselves in a new position for safety. Okay. Stay staggered also. That's a good way of making sure that you don't get sideswiped. Too fast, too soon. Here we go. Crest of the hill. Not too bad. We're in a residential neighborhood. There's the side of the vehicle. Good job with the braking. Good job with the positioning. You see what I mean there? So he's applying the brakes. He sees the side of the vehicle. Uh-oh, we got to do something. Red stage. Applies the brakes. Recognizes he wasn't going to stop in time. Moves over. Deals with it. Now get in front so you're back in your lane. And move on. Very good.
Wonderful.
All right, we're racing in the mountains, having some fun with our friends.
Fortunately, it ended only with valuable.
High risk. Requires a lot of skill and a lot of luck because you don't know what's going to be happening. You don't know if there's going to be cars in the way, road surface hazards, our buddy cutting us off, us having terrible skill set. Okay, so intersection. Watch out. Good job. Now, when you recognize this right here, start applying the brakes. Like your path of travel is kind of taken away. We don't know if that truck and trailer is going to move into your lane. You don't know how long it's going to take for that car to move out of your way. Start applying the brakes here. Let people kind of get into their spots and then take the spot that's open. But good job with the swerve. Good job finding that escape. Open lane. Our lane's moving. Their lane isn't. There's the switch. And that's fine. Go ahead and take the... Oh, that guy just really wanted the exit. Okay, that was a terrible driver. Did good job with the braking. Head-on wreck. So somebody's around the corner telling slow down. That's good. You want to have that. So how do we handle this situation right here? If everybody's walking and doing fine, you can continue going unless you want to stop by and see what you can do, because who knows? There could be some external bleeding. They don't know how to handle it, and you have your rescue pack. You can go ahead and stop any major bleeds. But if you want to, just move on. You don't have a duty to act. Oh, got into that little, got in there a little quick. Probably didn't want to be like in the road and like, oh no, I need to pull off real quick. So good job with the braking, but really, really, really short total stopping distance. He got very lucky here, especially with the type of pavers that he's going to be braking on. Very lucky. Very lucky. Slow it down before coming to a stop. Okay, so it's an intersection. Not a big deal. They merged. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We're going to move on. We don't have to get upset. Okay? Nothing happened to us.
The driver from the left side, crossing several lanes at once, completely ignored the rider but ultimately apologized.
Okay. So they're going to switch over because it's an open lane. Our lane that we are in was moving quicker. Didn't want to be behind the van. Good job positioning over for safety. He's apologizing. That's an interesting... Let's just move on. It's an interesting emoji for that. Here we go. Red light. See brake lights? Okay, green lights. Don't accelerate too hard. Hey, look at open lane pattern, but for a motorcyclist, right? People do it. It's not just car drivers. That guy just switched over because he wanted that open lane. Okay, we have a sharp right turn, caution sign. What's happening here? Maybe they're turning left. We don't know. Let's go ahead and slow it down. See what happens. Good position for safety.
What are you doing?
The next turn. It's the next turn. They didn't need to go to that one, so they decided to go to the next turn.
Over, man.
Yeah, riding in the middle. Yeah, or driving in the middle. All right, the guy might switch over. Watch out. Open lane. Okay, that was interesting. Nothing happened. There's the side of the vehicle. Slow it down. Slow it down. Position a little bit better. Don't maintain speed. You can modulate your speed. One of the cool things about riding a motorcycle is that it's very easy to accelerate. So if you slow it down, you can accelerate right back up. He flips you off. Okay. I don't really care about that. Don't care. Moving on. cut me off and tried to hit me, and I was not very happy about that one. Okay. What happens here? So yeah, he cut you off. Kind of a jerk, but that's fine. That's fine. Just move over, switch lanes. There you go. Be careful. If he's gonna do it once, he'll do it again. You don't want to be in a position where he does it again. Are people just like posting whatever they like? People post like that they're just angry about the situation. It's like maybe some stuff shouldn't be angry about. That was like nothing. I didn't see the accident, but it seems. Hey, this is Crow. He's in Tucson.
Wait.
So don't stand in front of the car. Same thing with position for safety. So this works for a lot of stuff. Position yourself off to the side because all they have to do is accelerate. Boom, you're hit. Very dangerous.
Are you fine?
Especially if they're disoriented.
Okay, perfect.
So they hit that, broke it. There's the damage.
Go ahead and...
So with an elderly person, it could be multiple things that could have caused it. It's not just a skill issue because they're old. It could be a diabetic emergency. It seems like he's kind of aware, so not a big deal. Could be just like an Alzheimer's episode or something like that. It could have just been passed out. Could be a heart issue. There's a lot of medical things that can cause a physical injury, especially with car accidents like this. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Go ahead and park your car.
Yeah, put it in park.
Put it in the park. You cannot move your car, sir. It's completely damaged.
So disoriented, unaware. I've seen this many times. That's why you don't want to be in front.
My car.
Yeah, you should.
They said that you don't have to stay. They're gonna send an officer right now.
They said that we don't need to stay?
I asked. I was like, do you need me to stay put? I'm gonna get my car hit.
Yeah, move your car.
Yeah, move your car.
Move your... Yeah, I have my bike over here. It's fine.
He's gonna run your bike over. Oh, so he jumped the median. Yeah, that happens. He jumped the median.
What happened?
So those are
Tires?
edema socks. So he's
The
got
tire.
compression socks going on.
Yeah.
So maybe he has kidney heart issues, congestive heart failure.
Now you cannot move at all.
Okay. Well, he's walking. He's doing fine. Not a big deal. But once again, thank you guys for joining us today. Make sure you grab the digital drill booklet. There's a sale going on until Monday the 3rd, June 3rd. And with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and don't end up like some of these people. All right. That was fun. Yeah, sometimes it's not always a skill thing with old people. Sometimes it's a medical emergency that happens. You kind of have to like diagnose it a little bit. Oh, Motostars, your video got age restricted. That sucks. My last video got age restricted, so I know that feeling. Yeah, it was just confused. A little confused. Just a teeny tiny bit. What type of bikes do I ride? I like riding e-bikes, so I got some Super 73s, some juiced bikes, but I ride a 2019 Indian FTR 1200S. It's a lot of fun. Age restriction means it's good. I mean, all my videos are good, you know? No, it's, YouTube is very all over the place when it comes to stuff. So I wonder what got it age restricted. Biker in trouble at high speed. Okay, so his title's probably not going to be the cause of it. What's this? Probably that. Probably that. Cattle guard got him, huh? Oh, geez. Cattle guard got him. But yeah, we got 5 videos today, so we're going to just kind of get right through it. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's see if we can do that. Do you know any good motorcycle trailers? No, I don't. I have a van, so I don't really... You got your drill booklet? Just saw it. Just saw it. Have fun, Mikhail, Julia. Practice your drills. Practice those drills. have a great time doing it. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this next one. Let's go ahead and turn down that music just a little bit. It's a little too loud. A little too loud, but let's go ahead and... So these videos are going to go Thursday. I'm going to put, since there's 5, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we're going to have 5 videos. Boom. I want to see how they all do. Different thumbnails, different titles. Let's see how it works. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and hit the record button. 3, 2. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today we are going to go over some motorcycle crashes and close calls, but make sure you check out the store and grab yourself the digital drill booklet. Practice your drills in a parking lot.
Situation that shows.
Let's go ahead and figure out what happens here.
Group at risk. This rider.
Group ride mistakes.
You were that day.
You gotta stop. That person was not paying attention, did not stop. They probably didn't feel like they needed to. Let's take a look at that intersection. That's an interesting little intersection here. Don't know what's going on. Why is there even a stop sign? Failure of government officials here. But yeah, it says stop, so we stopped, and then there's the impact. So hopefully no damage to us or the other rider. And I'm talking about physically, like our bodies. Don't really care too much about the bike. I mean, I kind of do, but you never know. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over this. I heard my tire screech a bit and had a mini heart attack. All right. Whoa. What happened there? We're going to get right back on the road like nothing happened. Nobody saw that. So it looks like we hit. So, boom. So we must have hit something like right around here. Well, did we hit this right here? So there, it looks like a little bump in the shadows. Maybe even that little repair hole, pothole repair. But yeah, let's watch out for road surface hazards. Okay, gotta watch out for those. MC Life, close call from disaster. Interesting choice. This dude had a close call. Look up. Look up. Look up. There you go. We're going to go ahead and switch lanes. We're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and go high speed. What is this guy going to have? He's like all over the place. Was that the close call where he went in between vehicles? No, we're still zoomed in. Oh, he went a little wide. Someone cut him off and forced him off the highway into grass. I think he might have been going a little too fast, and he doesn't seem to be playing by group riding etiquette. So went a little too fast and went wide. I think this is the kind of guy that will probably crash at some point. All right, so cattle guard. So if you don't know what a cattle guard is, it's a bunch of metal slats. Let's see if we can pause it right there. Bunch of little metal slats that are spaced out. So cattle, they don't want to cross it because they don't want to get their legs caught. So they're a little scared of it, so they don't go across it. But as a motorcyclist, when you hit that, especially if there's like nice little fine sand on top of it, it's a little slippery. So treat it like it's one of those metal grates in construction zones where you're going up and over it. Don't slam the brakes, don't accelerate hard, almost coast over it, and go straight. Don't know what happened here. This person hit it and lost full control and did a yard sale. Stuff all over the place. All right, so it doesn't look like he's not doing pretty good. Time to rescue.
How you doing, man?
Go to get your rescue pack.
Coming up.
Whoa. Slow down.
There you go. There you go. So he seems to be doing fine. No gear though.
Target fixation was the main reason for this rider's.
Oh no, I think high speed was maybe the big issue here.
Out of it without major issues.
Oh man, my allergies would be going crazy right there. Woo-wee. All right, let's go back just a little bit. So target fixation, that's what MotoStar says.
Target fixation was the main reason for this rider's problem.
I think maybe going a little too fast for the skill set. Some people in here are like, oh, that's not fast at all. It's like maybe for your skill set and the fact that we're watching this on YouTube and not necessarily inside this biker's mind. But yeah, target fixation can be a factor in here. So we see this. It was the crest of the hill. It was a blind spot for a quick second. Don't know where that road is going. You kind of see where it's going, but you don't know exactly. That's where the road is. Don't know, but we do know it curves left, so we should probably be slowing it down. Maybe we were staring off here. Maybe we got distracted by the fact that there was a car right there. Like, oh crap, blocked my line of sight. I lost my concentration, so now I'm looking this way. So here's the thing. Stare at the line then. Just keep looking at the line until the car's out of your way, then stare at the exit. Either way, you're looking on the inside versus the outside. So be very careful. Very careful. After watching like 5 years of motorcycle crashes and close calls, we see a lot of the same patterns, and it's almost obvious at this point that speed is a major factor in most of these crashes. People outrunning their skill level, and then target fixation. Yeah, target fixate on the appropriate thing on your exit. 10 west, okay. Person wanted to change lanes. Good job with a new position for safety. If you don't know what that is, we've been talking about this for a couple years. I developed this from firefighting and as a motorcycle coach and a bunch of different continuing education I've done. But this is based on the OODA loop. It's about to disappear. We're going to bring it right back up. Position for safety, locate, assess, and navigate. The OODA loop is observe, orient, decide, and act. I wanted to switch orient and observe around. So we're going to orient, bring that back up. I'm sorry, we're going to orient, observe, decide, and act. So what we're doing here is making sure that we start off in a good position for safety. So we have good line of sight, good escape paths, and we have a space cushion. You want to have at least one escape path and a decent space cushion. Let's bring them back up. And then we're going to be locating for hazardous situations, typically intersections, corners. We're hanging out in somebody's blind spot, lots of traffic, lots of pedestrians, basically just a lot of things happening that's going to be cognitively overloading your mind. Cognitively, I think I said that multiple times. Assessing any relevant threats. Not everything's a threat. So we're going to see if there's somebody pulling out. We're going to see if we're in a blind spot. Maybe we should move, but that's what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and navigate ourselves out of these active threats. So the ones that are going to be the sides of the vehicles coming out. There's a pothole in front of us. We have somebody slamming the brakes right in front of us. Our space cushion is taken away. We got to navigate out of that with a red stage maneuver. And if you don't know what that is, here's our color code chart that's based off the Smith system. Red stage means that we're going to be doing something active to get ourselves out of here. So emergency braking, emergency swerving, or even emergency acceleration. We got to accelerate into an escape path sometimes. You never know. We never know. So right here, we moved ourselves out of it. Put ourselves in a brand new position for safety. So right here, based off the plan method right here, we're going to be locating hazard situations. This is one. Assessing any relevant threats. Everybody's staying in their lanes. But once we see an open gap, there's a possibility of somebody going into that gap. So be very careful around those gaps. Like that right there. So now, see how we started moving? This is going to be that red stage. Okay, part of the navigating an active threat. The active threats right in front of us took our space cushion, it took our line of sight, and they're now in our path of travel, so we have to do an emergency swerve, emergency brake, or emergency acceleration. But we have to find that escape path, which is, he's already going towards it. We're going to the left. With some braking. Very good. Now we're in a new position. It's not necessarily super safe, but this is the best we got. So put ourselves in a new position for safety, and now we're in a better spot. Okay. That's how it works. It's constantly going. So right here, I don't like being right behind a vehicle because you could get rear-ended and then get smashed. Or that could happen. It's hard to Flintstone quick enough. Probably the only thing that got his attention was the noise. It was the backup alarm. Got very lucky. So lane filtering, there's that open spot. Got very lucky that there's no collision.
Speedy can be. In the first scenario, quick reaction helped him avoid trouble.
First scenario. Do we have a second?
He wasn't as lucky.
Oh, not lucky on this one. The camera is all pixelated, filming with a potato. So there's the open lane right there. Impact. He was about to raise his hand, but realized he's going to run into the back of that vehicle. That's why you pay attention what's in front of you. You get past something, there's something else. So what happened there with the handlebars jostling, everybody? What do you think happened there? Let's watch. Handlebars. So front and rear tire, maybe just the front tire lost traction for a quick second. How do we lose traction? Well, slamming the brakes. Part of what we try to do here is progressively brake. We apply a little bit, get that weight on the front tire, and apply more and more and more until we have a lot of weight on it. And then we have traction so we can actually stop. You can practice that with the drills. Once again, 25% off using the code in the description, GoDrill25, to have yourself a digital drill booklet. Just like this person has their phone on their handlebars, which I'm in the way of, you can have your drills right here when you're practicing. Okay, they're going to get in your lane. Let them in. Law of gross tonnage. They're going to win. It'd be like me fighting a sumo wrestler. I'm not going to win. Okay, we're going wide. They switched over. Open lane pattern. Move on. Pay attention. You see how we were looking back? Watch them look back and be like, what's up, bro? Right here. We're still in the middle of a turn. Forget about it. Move on. Look through the turn. Because before you know it, you're about to run into the wall. Got very lucky there. Yep. Got very lucky. Now imagine at this point there was a little bit of a panic, and that's what brown stage is. We panicked. Slammed the brakes. We would have crashed, all because we're looking back. Pay attention. Okay, what's gonna happen here? Is somebody gonna get in front of us? Truck's gonna get in our lane. We're in the blind spot of this truck. Okay, roll off the throttle. Use some engine braking to allow that person to go in. We slow it down just a little bit, then we can speed it back up. Oh, does this give anybody anxiety? Stack of cars? Let's see what happens. Is there a line of sight issue with the left turner? Is a car gonna switch out in front of us? We don't know because our line of sight is pretty obstructed by this huge line of cars. So be very careful with this. This is definitely an orange stage situation. Position yourself a little bit more to the right of your lane. And then be prepared to, not slam. Be prepared to apply the brakes and swerve if you need to. There it is. Somebody wanted to come out. Okay. Be very careful. Good job. Good job of applying the brakes and getting yourself out of that situation. Talking on the Cardo Pack Talks. Okay, link in the description for 10% off for that Bluetooth headset. Okay, so this is definitely a copyrighted song, so we're going to go ahead and do this. And, oh, we have an illegal U-turner. Good job applying the brakes and not hitting them. That guy is an absolute idiot. This one right here in the car. That would make me upset. I would need to check my pants after that one. So we're not going to hang out here. Yep, you're dumb. We're not going to hang out. I don't know what she's going to say, but we're going to move on. Line of sight issue. What's coming around the corner? We don't know. Somebody cutting it, though. Good job with applying the brakes and not slamming them, but we are also going pretty slow, so this is good practice for slow speed maneuvers. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Yeah, check it out, bro. So e-bikes, having some fun. Don't go too high. Oh, what happened there, buddy? We're checking it out. Hopefully you're doing fine. You're gonna have some bruises. Hopefully no bone bruises. That sucks. Oh, going a little wide. Found the escape, though. Found the escape. Could have been worse. Could have hit the guardrail. But how about we stay on the road? That's kind of the point. Hopefully that bike's gonna do fine. Those are kind of designed to take a few spills. You notice how the mirror just fell over.
Here we have another situation showing how dangerous speeding can be.
Yeah, don't speed when you're lane filtering.
In a difficult situation.
First time turning into live. Thanks so much for all the videos and life-saving tips. You're doing a great job. Much love from the UK. Hey, thank you, Mark Mills. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, watch out for when you're lane filtering. Things will just pop out. So we have side of the vehicle. You saw it on the left, right? Person decided not to stop. Good job with the progressive braking. So the whole point of recognizing intersections and seeing sides of the vehicles, you can see it right there. So there's the side of the vehicle. This is going to indicate definitely that there's going to be an intersection right here. So before coming up to the intersection, we're going to go into orange stage, kind of like, okay, something could happen. I don't know, but I'm going to be prepared for it. I like being prepared. I don't like to react. I like to respond, and the only way you can really respond is if you already know what's going to happen or you're capable of handling a situation that just comes up. And the way you're capable of handling the situation is that you've been practicing your braking, been practicing your emergency swerves, you've been practicing your escape routes and having to accelerate into them, maybe. You understand the plan method. You understand that you see a side of the vehicle like this. You know something's happening. So you're like already kind of aware, and that's kind of the whole point here of us being in class, eating some pizza, watching these videos, is that we get to see people do this before we hop on the bike. So write in the comments if you actually watch these videos before you hop on the bike to kind of give yourself a refresher. I've seen you guys say that a few times. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much. So good job with the progressive braking.
What are you doing?
Handled it. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Handled it. Oh, jeez.
What happened?
His shoe broke.
How'd that happen? I tried to put my kick
Was his dog eating it?
down and it got caught in my...
Don't put your toes in your buddy's rear sprocket. Does he still have his toes, at least?
Oh, there's your...
Ooh. How's his toes? Did it just grab the end?
Yeah.
Dude, you're lucky they didn't rip foot off.
Yeah, very lucky it didn't rip his toes off.
Holy.
Very, very lucky. Okay. Miley Cyrus. Moving on. Here we go. So we're coming up to here. And somebody's going to merge in front of us. So we chose to accelerate through. That was a red stage maneuver. We chose to accelerate through this. Now you can also choose, especially with this, since we don't have a good space cushion to the right, we can also apply the brakes. Okay, brakes or acceleration. So you can't swerve to the right, so that's removed from us. But at this point, what do? Right? Because they're going to hopefully continue moving forward. More than likely will, because they're in the flow of traffic. So if you apply the brakes, they're just going to get in front of you. Accelerating, now we're kind of competing speeds. So I prefer to use brakes for the most part. I only accelerate if like gaps are closing and I really need to get through, especially on the sides of the vehicles and intersection stuff. But handled it though. Success is the only metric. As long as we walk away from this, it's not a big deal. Not in my eyes. It just tells us that we can do multiple different things. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh, got close. Good job with the nice new position for safety, right? So that was an emergency swerve. We're going to go ahead and see what's happened. We're locating, assessing, and then as soon as you see that tire pop out and they start to accelerate a little bit, we got to navigate this active threat and get ourselves in a brand new position for safety. So let's bring that back up. So it's constantly position, locating, assessing. We're kind of doing this back and forth. Uh-oh, hazardous situation. Bring us back into a new position. And then we're constantly doing this again. Uh-oh, bring us back into a new position. We're constantly doing that over and over again. That's going to keep you zoned in, and that's the whole point. We're in yellow stage. So keeping your mind active on your safety when you're riding will keep you zoned into your ride versus kind of daydreaming and being out in white stage, zoned out because you're thinking about how your boss yelled at you and you're riding home from work, or your girlfriend's about to break up with you because you've been playing Helldivers for about 12 hours a day for 6 days straight, and you forgot to go on a date with her. So let's pay attention to the road. So good job. Got ourselves out of there. It's the plan loop, just like the OODA loop. Exactly. Oddly specific. So we're out on a track having a good time until we crash. The good thing about a track is that there's no traffic. Right? There's no traffic. I mean, it's for democracy, right? Why would she be upset? Totally missed that. Was that a red light runner? Nope, there's a nice little impact right there. Not a big deal. We're trying to help Super Earth spread democracy. Okay, having some fun. It's an open lane. Nobody around. Practice, right? Went up and over. We're practicing, but we're not doing it in a congested area, and now our bike like hit a pedestrian. We're doing it in an area that's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. But look at that. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Is it gonna be blurred? No, I want to see. So he's got some damage to his leg. And where do you think armor is on our pants? Right? Right where that impacted. Hopefully his knee is doing fine. Okay, what else we got? Is that it? All right, on a track, once again, this is the safest place to be practicing your high-speed maneuvers because look at the runoff. Look at the fact that there is no intersections. There's no head-on traffic. and there's usually EMS on standby. So the response times for a medical professional is quick. They also require you to wear full gear. That's where you want to practice, guys. And use it as fun. Whoa, jeez. I think we saw this last time. New angle, though. Look how close. Woo-hoo-wee. Don't hang out on corners. Don't hang out on corners. High impact. Did that bike hit the other guy? Oh, he almost got hit. That guy right there running away. So what he did was go into red stage, action time, high alert, move out of the way, found his escape path by using his legs to run instead of just panicking and freezing and then getting hit by the other bike. See, you can use the plan method off bike. Do we still have the Vans emoji for members? So we have special emojis for members only. So just join 99. I think it's 99 cents a month. I lowered it to $1. I wonder if we still have the emoji for Vans. Hey, Grom Squatch, how you doing, buddy? Are we passing on the right? Watch out. Oh, we're getting on the sidewalk. Oh, this person. You see how low that rear is? Oh, there you go. Good. Good. Because just get into the next. He just wants to bump start it.
No.
Nope. It will help prevent an accident. It's not only, hey, I'm doing something nice for somebody. You don't see a Vans emoji? I might need to put that back up. It's not just about like, yeah, I'm helping somebody, but you're getting the vehicle out of the roadway so that nobody else gets hit. But same thing with rescue. Ensure your own safety, because if we get hit, we're kind of screwed. We're not going to watch that one, but we are at the end of this video. So thank you guys so much. Now, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share these videos. Hopefully when you take your class this weekend, you pass. I'm rooting for you. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you on the next live stream, which we typically do on Thursdays, but today's a Wednesday, so we're doing that. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Scammer Payback just went live. See you later, Skynet. That's fine. I'll be on here for a bit. Let's get 200 likes. We got 3 more videos. I'm trying to power through some of these. So those are 2 of the more recent ones. This video is older. It's 1 year ago. It's 1 year ago, but it's got 5 milli. It's got 5 million views. 2022. Okay, interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we definitely went over this video when it first came out. But now that we have the plan method and a few other different training principles, we'll see how these apply to this. Because I think back then all I used was open lane, like the patterns. All I had was the patterns. I don't even think I had rescue back then. So we'll see. Maintenance on the car. Missed the start of the live. How you doing, Roman? We just started an hour ago. We'll probably do, I mean, if 2 videos took an hour, we'll probably be doing 2.5 hours total. And then I'm going to go edit these videos real quick so that, at least edit, yeah, I'll edit the videos real quick. And then we'll have the first video go out tomorrow. Second video go out Friday. This video is going to go out Saturday. And then next Sunday and then next Monday. And then once that's done, somebody ordered the drill booklet with cones, so I'm going to get that out. I'll probably ship it out tomorrow, but I'll make it today. And I'm going to go work out a little bit later with my girlfriend, and then have Chipotle. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds good. What do you guys get at Chipotle? I like a burrito bowl. Burrito bowl with half chicken, half beef, white rice, black beans, fajita, corn salsa, a little bit of cheese. What do you guys get? What do you guys get? Got a bowl of double barbacoa. Nice. You don't have Chipotle in Israel? Okay. You get a hamburger? Interesting. I didn't know they made those. Let's get 200 likes. We got 11 more to go. 11 more to go. They've been at least consistently trash. You're making me miss Chipotle. Oh. Ooh, fill up the bowl to the brim and bring it home and cook some rice equals 5 to 6 meals. Does that cost more? That's smart, though. Because I got a rice cooker and I make a ton of rice. I just recently got a rice cooker and an air fryer. Put about 2 pounds of turkey meat with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Air fry it. Some jasmine rice with some butter and some salt. Cook it up. Mix it all together. Simple, easy meal. Protein, carbs. Yeah, Shmee, exactly. They charge you extra for making eye contact these days. Start charging people for looking at me. Air frying a steak. Interesting. I think my air fryer the one I got might not be able to fit a giant steak in there. How you doing, Ash? We got 200 likes. 200 likes. We're gonna get going. This is our third video of the day. We got 5. So hang out. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. We might, after this video, I think we're gonna get donuts. What do you guys feel like donuts after this one? So grab yourself a slice because we're gonna gotta get rid of them. We're gonna get some donuts afterwards. We'll get some donuts. We'll get some donuts for the next one. Good luck, Trevor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Does any of the pizza have glue to keep the cheese on? Take a bite and find out. Take a bite and find out. All right, guys. Here we go. We're going to jump into this one. We do have that sale going on. It is pinned at the top. We have the drill booklets. Oops. It's the Basic Smart Rider. It's the Basic Smart Rider slides. We can't be showing that yet. See some of you getting the booklet. So we got this right here on sale, 25% off. It comes out to like $11 now with the discount. Go Drill 25. Link is at the pinned to comment, and then the code is right there too. It's like $11. Instant delivery. You'll get a download link. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into this one. So 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We have a sale going on for the digital drill booklet. It's about $11 now with the code GODRILL25. Go ahead and practice your drills in a parking lot. But the whole point of this video is that we're going to be talking about crashes and close calls. I have my experience as a firefighter for 11 years and as an MSF rider coach, accident scene management instructor, a bunch of different skill sets. And the whole goal is to figure out what happened, how it happened, what we could do better, what we're witnessing that we don't want to do and what we can do. We're just learning. It's called After Action Reviews, and let's just go and take a look at this. So right here, MotoStars will talk a little bit. There's a baggie. Watch out for the baggie. So that's a road surface hazard. Now we're going to go ahead and pull off gently. The whole point is to remain calm, not slam the brakes. We're going to go ahead and apply the brakes nice and gently, nice and progressively. Seems like that's what he's doing. And we're going to go ahead and peel it off. Now, I would probably put the side stand down and then do that because I want to make sure it doesn't get on the hot parts and just melt to it. All right, side of the vehicle right there. Somebody's pulling out. Good job with the progressive braking. I think there's a little bit of rear tire lockage, but this is a scary situation, and the whole point of what we're trying to be doing here is planning So we're going to use the plan method, position for safety, locate this hazardous situation, assess if it's a relevant threat, and navigate this active one because it became an active one with a red stage maneuver. What we're going to do with that is emergency swerve, emergency brake, or emergency accelerate into an escape path just in case something, pops up. Now, what's our escape path here? Well, we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves some time to find it by applying some emergency progressive braking, okay? Progressive braking, nice squeeze to get some weight on that front tire. Once we get some weight on the front tire, we can squeeze more and more and more. We don't want to slam it because that's not good. So we're getting up to here, applying the brakes, and guess what? Now we have an escape path. So he bought himself time by using some braking. So perceived, reacted, and our braking distance equals total stopping distance. So we're applying some progressive braking to buy ourselves time for that vehicle to get a little bit out of the way instead of just going straight into the side of it. And now that we have an escape in front of us, guess what? We don't have to apply the brakes anymore. We can go ahead and release the brakes and maybe coast through it and then start using friction zone throttle control to get ourselves safely out of here because we're probably like in 4th or 5th gear. And now we should be down to 2nd, and you'll kind of hear it when he starts up again.
Oh my God, dude.
So he stalled. And that's fine. That's fine. We got ourselves out of there. So there's a big type of learning experience that we can have with this, and that was we see something, we apply the brakes, buy ourselves some time, we see an open gap, we go through it, and we handle it. Pretty good. And then check your pantalones.
Woo!
Thankfully, his pants were brown already. Okay, good. Now we can see. Oh, we were paying attention to the car. We weren't paying attention to the red truck. We weren't paying attention to the red truck that was coming out. We were looking at this car with the blinker. What's in front? I don't know. Couldn't handle it until last second. Truck wasn't paying attention. We weren't paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. Hopefully no injuries.
No pusiste guiño, te mandaste nomás.
No, estaba con el guiño.
Te tengo grabado.
Apagué esto, mira.
Te tengo grabado.
Bueno, a ver, fíjate.
And it's up to you if you want to do insurance and whatnot. If there's no damage, there's no damage. Oh, we hit something. Hit a little road surface. Road surface hazard. What do we hit here? What do we hit here?
Bueno, a ver, fíjate.
Maybe just going a little fast. We're going 200 kilometers an hour. Maybe going a little fast. Hit a small little divot in the middle of a turn. That will do it. Oh, apply the brakes. So this is what happens when you slam the brakes, not progressively. You just slammed it.
Too close to the vehicle in the gravel field construction zone.
Yep.
The bike has some cosmetic damage and the biker himself greatly appreciates the full gear he was wearing.
I'm good.
The full beard that he was wearing or full gear. Either way, good on you. All right, so we got this right here. Okay, this is going to be a space cushion problem. We don't have the biggest space cushion, which isn't going to give us a lot of time to apply brakes, and it's not going to give us a good total stopping distance. We need to have enough braking distance to be able to stop in time, and we also have to perceive and react. We typically perceive and react about 1 to 1.5 seconds each. So it takes about 3 seconds for us to actually start applying the brakes by the time we see what's happening here. So we're coming up to here. There's the brakes. We got about a second to perceive it, about 1.5 seconds to react. And there's the reaction. We slam the brakes. So we want to make sure that we have a good space cushion so that when we apply progressive braking power, we can actually stop in time. Also position yourself in a better position for safety. It's pretty hard to do so, but I like to be off to the sides. It's hard to do so here, but just in case, since I'm off to the sides, I can do an easy swerve either way. But make sure you have a good space cushion so you have plenty of time to stop in between. But that's what it looks like when you lose front tire traction. It just flips out from underneath you, and then you dump the bike. So when you hear people, I had to lay her down, that's typically what happened there.
I'm good.
Because they were following too close and slammed the brakes.
Put their blinkers on. They just stop.
No, I got you. I didn't. I'm good. I'm good.
So somebody else stopped in front of them or turned in front of him, caused him to brake, caused us to slam the brakes. It's a chain reaction. This is why we have to make sure that we position ourselves for our own safety and take responsibility for that. It's a nice little equi-rectangular view here, so we can see absolutely everything. This is from a 360 camera, just not put in a 1080p or anything like that, 16:9. So we are going to slam the front brakes, lose a little bit of control, and then we recovered and then swerved. So good job. Good job on this rider for doing that. Handled it. What do we got in the back? We got a little baseball bat. Interesting. We're going to go to the game. So squids, here we go. Intersection, what's happening here? Somebody pulled out in front. Good job with the braking. You guys probably missed it because I was standing in the way, so let me stand over here. It's going to be right here.
Something like
Okay. Caught a close call.
this is what he would have been blasting around on, having a load of...
Oh, geez. So everyone's swerving out of the way. Be very careful with that. Blind corner. What's around the corner? We don't know until last second. He's a ballend. Okay. Well, let me look at the road. What's up with these roads? All right, here we go. We're going to hit the tram, or is there going to be a side of the vehicle popping out in front of us? Don't accelerate into... Well, we saw it from a mile away. Why are you accelerating into it? That's why red bombing doesn't work. Just keep your distance from other vehicles. Our whole goal is to not be near another vehicle. So why are we accelerating to a situation where we're going to be near a vehicle?
It looks as if the biker believed until the very end that the driver will notice him and will be able to stop at the right moment.
Yeah. Well, even if the person did stop, let's say the person stopped right here.
Stop.
We're running into them anyways. So just slow it down and wait for them to make their decision. And then once you know what their decision is based on their actions, because they're going to choose to turn or go straight, then you can make a better informed decision.
At the right moment.
Other than just slamming into the side of them. Miami Moto, here we go. Side of the vehicle here.
What? You're in the right.
We had a green, right? So they're they have a red. We have a green. Yes, first available lanes, but we have the right of way because we have a green, they have a red, no matter what. Yes, you can turn right on red, but you have to do it in a safe environment and safe way. This was not safe. Probably drunk.
What? You're in the right.
Probably drunk. All right. Wait a second. This is from 2002. Look at those gas prices. 178? Oh, man. I miss the days. I miss those days. 179. I'm sorry. 179. Oh, left turner right in front of that car. What's up, Copper?
What's up, man?
What's up, mate?
Can I ask you one question real quick? What would you rather, Kit Kat or Twix?
Between the two, I'm a Kit Kat man.
All right, yes, sir.
Oh, no.
Hey, please, man, please. I gotta get it out of me. Thank you, sir. Hey, you have a nice one, man.
So as a firefighter, we would get people that would come to the station and bring like a cake or like donuts. And
yes, sir, for sure. You too.
so we would get those, and then they would tell us, it's like, yeah, you know, you did CPR on my husband. Like, it's an older person. So you did CPR on my husband. He didn't make it. I just want to say thank you for all the hard work. And I'm like looking at this cake, and I'm like, is she upset? Or like, is she lying? Like, I don't know if I want to eat this kind of a feel. Now, as a cop, getting a Kit Kat randomly, I might be feeling the same thing. I don't know. Either way, I still ate it. I'm still here.
This clip perfectly shows how important it is to focus on the road. Fortunately, this rider managed to save himself passing the car by just a few inches.
Are you gonna look up? Ooh, last second. Last second. Looked up. So we're not paying attention. We're looking down, probably looking at our phone, right?
A few inches.
Oh, geez. So a little bit of a panic, put our hands right back on the handlebars, but we got into red stage maneuver. We figured it out. We need to find that escape path. Found the escape path, did a nice emergency swerve to get himself out of there. Back into his lane. Whew. Gotta practice. Oh, side of the pedestrian right there. Okay, watch out for behind you. Oh! You see that neck?
Holy.
So she probably wasn't paying attention. Slammed the brakes, dumped it.
Hey, you good? Holy crap.
You think new rider?
Make sure that I can ride it back home. Do you mind pulling that out for me?
She hit your car pretty good, or whoever's car this is.
See her neck? Ma'am, you can't park here. Jeez. Ay, 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 ay. So what do you think happened there? Panic broke? The panic braking going on? Slammed the brakes? He's got a nice beard.
It feels like she looks like insurance, bro.
I'm a bike guy.
Oh, yeah.
I see an accident, like,
Yeah.
I want to help, but
I think she's about to cut out without insurance.
Yeah, what's your insurance?
I don't know.
She didn't hit me, bro. She's running kind of sketch anyways, but yeah, right on.
All right, what do we got here? Line of sight issue until here. There it is. Side of the vehicle. So, emergency braking, emergency swerving, emergency acceleration. What do you guys think? So in this situation, if you apply emergency braking, you might be able to stop in time. Emergency swerve to the right, you're probably gonna hit that red car, maybe jump the sidewalk. So in this situation, you might have to emergency accelerate, position yourself kind of like towards this line, and then get back, and then slow it down. You might have to, but let's see what happens here. Okay. What do we got here? I'm aware of an oncoming bus. So position yourself. Look forward, look forward. We still got cars in our lane. Look forward. So we're positioned off to the side for more of a position for safety. Is this the Kit Kat guy? I'm not a big fan of like this kind of content. We're here to watch crashes and close calls. All right. Hey, e-bikes. No, is this a ruckus? I haven't seen a ruckus in a while. All right, sharp left turn. It said the chevrons. We're out of it now. We have an uncommon thing in a common situation. We have headlights in our lane. Shouldn't be happening. But look at us. We positioned off to the side, so we have a whole new position for safety. Very good. Oh, going a little fast. 87. Probably kilometers. Doesn't look like we're in America. Right up on the butt. Open lane pattern, right up on the butt. Now, if you don't know what an open lane pattern is, let's go and take a look at this. So this person just switched lanes, so they're in this lane. This lane is wide open. They decided to switch over because they didn't want to get stuck behind all these other vehicles. And that's an open lane pattern. So when you see that pattern where there's a bunch of vehicles, somebody's right here, and then this lane is just wide open, they're probably going to go for it, just like we are as the motorcyclists. Look, we switch lanes because we like this lane better. But we're going so fast that we think that they're the cause of an issue. So right here, another example of an open lane pattern. Any of those vehicles in that middle lane could easily switch over to the right. So be very careful coming up to this. So go ahead and slow it down, modulate your speed, cover those brakes, keep searching for escape paths, keep figuring out, hey, who's here to kill me? Just keep doing that until you're out of the situation, and then you should be fine. Okay, person switch lanes, not a big deal. Okay. Okay, what are we doing here? Whoa, we're getting pissed. We're going from the far left to exit out on the right. Maybe you should have switched lanes a little bit sooner. What are we getting mad when we're so... Hey, taxi's close to the white car. You're close to the white car. Just because they blocked off your path. Very entitled. Very entitled. Okay, that person's right in the line, though. I get that. It's like people just fight for lanes. People like to fight for the lanes. Is this all just deviant rider? Okay, good. Jeez. Okay, switch lanes. Not a big deal. We're just going to go ahead and cut the little gap, or we're going to get right on their butt so that we have no space cushion in case of an emergency. Okay. I don't understand that one, though. Okay. What do we got here? Somebody switching out in front of us? It seems like in this environment, going at a high rate of speed is not the safest thing. Higher mobility and maneuverability is probably going to be where our skill set should lie. Going fast in a straight line, not so much. And if it's going to be this many close calls, let's wear some gear. Let's wear some gear just in case. America. Skill shit. Finally, somebody else. All right, here we go. They're going to come out in front of us, so go ahead and accelerate in this situation to get ourselves out of there. Good job positioning off to the side. We're going to have somebody come out in front of us, probably here. So horn obviously did not change that person's behavior. So change your own by applying the brakes. What happened to our bike? No gloves, no gear. Whoa! Big time illegal. Yes, I'm going too fast, but this driver doesn't look at a road. So when you see people start off with this, like, yeah, I'm a big piece of, whatever, but they also deserved it because they were being mean too. Like whenever somebody starts off that way, it's like you already know what you shouldn't be doing, right? You already know. So don't worry about what the driver did. Let's focus on what you can do. Those are interesting gloves. Downshifted a little bit. What are we doing here? That person was all over the place. Good job recognizing that ahead of time. Yep, here we go. Thank you for the secondary view. Watch them in our lane. What are you doing? What are you doing? Switch over. So he recognized that way ahead of time. That's a good thing about perceiving. Because you'll see it ahead of time. Oh, I was going to pause on his gloves, but we're good. Okay. So angry. What do we got? What's happening here? So stopped in the middle of the lane. Okay. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll be seeing you guys on the Thursday live streams. But make sure you guys grab a digital drill booklet. Links in the description for 25% off, and join our training next week. But I'll see you guys later. All right. Let's go ahead and get those. Let's get those pizzas out. And let's get some donuts. Can one of you rookies go ahead and take all the pizzas off and grab the donuts from, yep, you know where to go. All right, sweet. Got some fresh donuts made right here at the MTC Rider Academy kitchen, which is just a microwave, but we'll make it happen. Vegan option. Do we have a vegan option? I mean, isn't a donut like not made out of, I guess there's egg. We're just gonna have to find out. Years ago, there was a massive case where an American killed a British rider and she fled. I heard about that. Wasn't she like a diplomat's like daughter? Try to get like diplomatic immunity or something like that. Hey, we got more, guys. That was only number 3. I am getting tired. I did say we're going to do 5, though. How long have we been streaming? An hour and a half. Okay. All right. Parking lot donuts? No, not quite. Let's go and switch the song. Do we have the donuts out? Oh, snap. Thank you so much. Guys, we have donuts here for you. Load up on those carbs. Do not fall asleep. I do have a P.O. box. I don't necessarily put it out, though. Grab yourself a donut. Whew. Carb load. Pass out in these comfy chairs, even though none of you guys are sitting in them. I don't know. What are you guys all doing way in the back? I don't get it. Just got done eating Wendy's. Interesting. What'd you get? 218 likes. We're on the 4th video. We don't even have 400 likes. Nope, not even 400 likes. You need a Tic Tac, dude? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Dun, dun, dun. Just checking my checking some emails. Seems like I got a lot of them all of a sudden. Andres, the actual physical booklet does. So there's like a QR code. So like right there of the video example. So you can like scan it and it shows me doing it. So you have a better idea of it. But the digital one is just straight up boom, boom. All you got is the cones and the drills. On Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel, there's a whole video series of me doing it. So you might want to check that out. I need some more caffeine. 1 second. No, we don't have any in the fridge. Okay, just some coffee money. Thank you for your videos, man. They make me a better and safer rider. Skidex, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to be jumping into the 4th out of 5 videos today. Okay. So make sure you hit that like button. Let's see if we can get 300 likes by the end of this video. I need to practice my intro of like who I am. Because what I'm finding out is that, yeah, I'm getting a lot of new people to the channel. And I want them to know, like, I'm not just some random person chit-chatting about crashes and close calls. Hey, thank you for the donation. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. And then after the first video, maybe we'll go ahead and do the... we won't do an ad read today. We'll do more of an intro and ask for subscribers. Look at that. We'll do that. How about that? So we can put this away. Man, it's 300 milligrams of caffeine. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. All right, guys. We got this video. This is from, how old is this? Let's take a look. 1 year ago. 1 year ago, not too bad. We've definitely talked about this video. Let's see what it's all about. Let's see if I remember some of this. Oh, some angry people. Crash on this. This is a stunter, probably.
During the test ride, these bikers found out why it's always worth staying focused because almost
I don't remember this one
on the road.
I mean, it's...
What was that? It's a ghost car. Interesting. Side of the hubcap. Where's the car? It's camo. You're right, Seth. It's camo wrapped. Even the tires. John Cena's car. What the heck? Freaking Wonder Woman driving drunk again. Rick, you've got some bangers in today's chat. I'm telling you that right now. You've made me laugh at least 3 times. That's quote of the day right there. Freaking Wonder Woman driving drunk again. Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into this one. Thanks, dude. I'm okay. There's another laugh. Keep them coming, Rick. Keep them coming, Rick. Thanks, dude. I'm cocaine. I must have read into it. I got you. I understand. I got ADHD too. We're going to jump into this video. I'm going to record it, but I'm just going to do a quick little intro about who I am while I'm doing this. So I can't stop. I can't read the chat because you guys are distracting. But you can just keep, if you want to try distracting me, go ahead. But I'm going to, for the intro, I can't. All right, guys. With that said, we're going to start. All right, 3, 2. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. I'm using my 11 years as a firefighter, EMT, and as an MSF rider coach to talk about these crashes and close calls and figure out what happened, how it happened. Let's go ahead and pause that, how it happened, and then we're going to figure out what we can do better, what we can not do, so that we can remove ourselves from any kind of crashes and close call scenarios and just kind of enjoy watching people be people on the internet. So this is an older video. This is about a year old, but we're going to redo it with some of the curriculum that we developed here at the MTC Rider Academy. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Anything can happen on the road.
I mean, it's...
Whoa. Okay. So John Cena's car or a camo wrapped vehicle. Side of the hubcaps. Here we go.
Whoa.
So a little road surface hazard. I can't say what Rick said in the chat because maybe YouTube will go ahead and demonetize this.
At me.
That guy found the gap right there, right in the middle. Look at that. Good for him.
Oh, man, I thought I was gone. But
Now, you can run those over. It's probably cheap plastic from Walmart. All right, here we go. I thought the Ford saw me because he moved over his lane a bit. I was wrong. All right, so we always look out for open lane patterns. Being in the... There's an open lane pattern right there. Good job with the escape. So what we're going to do is kind of talk about, once again, how it happened, what happened. And one of the things that we've witnessed over the years of watching this crashes and close calls is probably like 2,000 videos that I've done about stuff like this and thousands of actual incidents, is that typically when you're driving, so let's put ourselves in this situation, we see that this big vehicle right here is going slow, so it means they're getting bigger, right? Because we're getting closer and closer and closer. So if they start getting bigger, we're getting closer. If they start getting smaller, means we're kind of increasing distance. Right here, though, we were like, I don't want to be behind this vehicle. Hopefully you're checking your mirrors and checking your blind spots, but typically people don't. You switch lanes to get into the open lane so that you don't have this big truck in front of you, and then you can go. So that's what you would do. Assume that's what they're going to do. But now we're in this position right here as a motorcycle rider, seeing this from a third-party perspective. What do? We maintain a staggered position just like if we were doing a group ride. So pretend you're in a group ride with other vehicles on the road. If you're a lonely introvert like I am, well, I like my solitude. So somebody that likes their solitude, there you go. You're just doing group rides with other cars. Perfectly fine. So stay staggered so that when they do switch over, you don't get hit. So don't ride in the blind spots. That's something that we can learn. But when you recognize this open lane pattern, understand this is possibly going to happen. So when you're out driving and riding, start looking for this and say, hey, open lane pattern, watch. They're going to switch over. Write in the comments if you already do that. So at this point, we're kind of stuck. Now, he was hoping his horn was going to change this person's behavior and get them back in their lane. They're like, no, they don't want to. They probably don't even hear you because they're blasting music, and vehicles nowadays are pretty sound insulated. Not going to hear you over your little tiny little electric horn. So what do we do here? We have to have an escape path. We got to get ourselves out of this situation. We either accelerate through, we swerve left. Well, that's going to suck because we're going to hit that. Or we do emergency progressive braking to get ourselves out of here. And what does that do? Well, we're slowing our speed. They're going to keep increasing theirs, and then we're going to get back into our staggered position. So two different things based off of the plan method. We're trying to put ourselves in a good position for safety. We're locating that this is a hazardous situation. Is this a relevant threat? Yes. Is it an active threat? Yes. So we have to navigate ourselves out of it. So we're going to get ourselves out of it by doing something. And that's going to be the red stage maneuver. Action time, high alert, do it. Do it, do it. So this is part of the MTC Rider Academy. So we accelerate through. That's fine. But let's try to keep ourselves out of these situations by recognizing the patterns that happen. Oh, geez, here we go. What do you think is going to happen here? We're going to go a little too wide in a corner. We have a caution sign, sharp right, sharp left. Went too wide on that the first turn.
Stay there.
So what we need to do ourselves is to remain calm and ensure our own safety. We do not want to be a second person in a crash because then we can't help our buddy. If we get injured, we can't help them. We want to stop any major bleeds by applying direct pressure packing the wound or applying a tourniquet, which we do have these in the store at our shop. So we have trauma kits. They're called rescue packs. They do have all the stuff needed for something like this. You might want to check it out. And this whole thing that pops up right here is a card that comes with it. You can put it in your wallet, so you can take it with you anywhere, even if you're driving.
Wait.
So he's got full gear. That's great, because being a smart rider, these are the principles that we follow here at the MTC Rider Academy. And if you're a DDFM crew member, we're going to acquire and use personal protective equipment. What do we got here?
Rear of the car on the left side surprised not only the
Open lane pattern. But from our perspective, do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? But he did a head check right here. He did a head check. Our lane is kind of backed up. Bunch of people, we don't like it. We see this left lane where the blue vehicle is going. It's more open and it's flowing. So guess what we're doing? It's the same thing other cars do. So recognize what you do, typically other people do. You're not special.
failure of the car
So we're going to do a head check. No one's there.
left side
And we're going to switch lanes. Now let's see what happens. Watch the smoke from under this car as his drive shaft comes off his differential. Ooh, jeez.
rider who failed to brake in time.
Your mom said you're special? Well, probably. Oh. We have a passenger. There they go. So that was completely uncommon. Completely uncommon. Oh, it's a beautiful bike too. So it's probably got some damage. Damage to the paint. Hopefully not. That looks like a comfy seat. Is that a Mustang? It's a Mustang seat. Those are comfy. I had a Mustang Fastback two up. It was really nice. So she was on the back. So we're going to take a look at this real quick. So we're coming up to here, and we see like, slamming the brakes. So we need to find that escape path. Remember, the whole point of this after action review is to figure out what happened, how it happened, what we can do, what we witness other people do, and we can change our behaviors based off of somebody else having this situation. So we don't have to deal with it ourselves. It's based off the mirror neurons that we have in our brain. So when we watch somebody do something, we kind of learn at the same time. It's how kids learn, and we still do it as adults. So anyways, we see this escape path. There's our escape path. So we're going to have to do an emergency swerve because our total stopping distance isn't the best. And we're going to run into the back of him. That's why at the last second, he's like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to stop in time. So we started to turn. But what happens when you come to a stop with your handlebars turned? You fall towards that. And that's what we practice, the Smart Rider drills, which right now there's a sale going on for the digital drill booklet that you can mount on your handlebars just like he has it on his phone. Mount right here, mount on your handlebars, practice in a parking lot, 20 plus drills. It's only like $11 at this point with the discount. Go drill 25. Let's move on. No more ads for the rest of the video. But that's how you can support this channel outside of subscribing. Be very careful with the passenger. Hopefully they have full gear too. Hopefully the bike is fine. Could not have anticipated that. Really could not have anticipated that. Fecalized flatulence. Interesting. Might want to check your pants. That's not moving anywhere.
Let me see. Yeah, it
That's not
broke underneath there.
There we go. Riding with our buddies. A little close. A little close. It's going to break your line of sight, which can cause some delayed reactions and responses. But let's see what happens. Oh, somebody crashed. Somebody crashed. Time to rescue this person. Time to rescue. Group Rider was an eventful one this go around. A Gixxer 600 crash. Oh, geez. So he's walking. That's good. That means his legs are working. Means he's not guarding, so he's not doing this. So his arms are doing fine. Means his blood pressure is good enough to apply blood, oxygen, and glucose to his brain, so his brain is working. If he's walking around not like choking, that means his lungs are working. So everything seems to be working. He's a walking wounded, green level in triage. And if you want to stop and help, go ahead. You might want to check for any external bleeding and apply whatever appropriate interventions, treatments that you can do. So overall, good situation based off just a real quick assessment.
You all right?
Good. Let's get the bike out of the road now. We don't want anybody coming around this corner and crashing into the bike.
You coming downhill or uphill? You going down?
Oh, I like this. Started asking questions. just to try and get a feel for where he was mentally, just to make sure he was all right. Good job. Good job. He's orienting this person.
Down.
Good job.
Back in slide?
Huh?
Me too. Back in slide or no?
Let's get the bike out. Let's help him out.
Roll it?
Oh, that front, you see the headlight not moving with it?
It might roll at least right here though.
Let's put the side stand down, lift it up, move it out of the way. Oh! Oh, geez. Hey, practice your turns, buddy. Gosh, look, one sec. Look at that road. Isn't that beautiful? I wouldn't even be trying wheelies. I'd just be enjoying the view, listening to my music on my Cardo Pack Talk Edge. Link in the description for 10% off. Nice little wheelie. Okay. Got a little, landed a little crooked, so we caught some speed wobbles, death wobbles. Oh, geez. Almost crashed it. See, just enjoy it. Just enjoy the view. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Where is this? Write in the comments if you live in an area that looks a lot like this, because I want to come visit. Rain. Okay, so we're going to have some traction issues possibly. Okay, that's probably what it looked like. So he accelerated really quick. Maybe lost traction. That's why the RPMs went up. Moto stars with the music. Keep an eye on these two. All right, let's take a look.
Perfectly shows how pointless road aggression is. The biker was
East Tennessee, Montenegro, Alaska,
and
Tennessee. I see Tennessee's. Interesting. Might have to take a look at Tennessee. What are they gonna do? Go through the intersection? SUV jumps in front of biker. Uh-oh, left turner? Right turner? Okay. Is this Florida? Are they gonna get mad? Are they gonna get mad? Are we gonna have road rage? Okay, they let him in. It says merge. Don't get angry. Okay, this video might be copyrighted, so if you want to check out the store, go Drill 25 for the digital drill booklet. It's about $11.25. International instant download. This video is probably demonetized because of copyright. Okay, let's just let them have it. Non-issue. You are responsible for your passenger, and they don't even have gear. So if they get injured, we're having issues. Oh, don't hit the car. Don't hit the McLaren. We're moving on. I don't really care about road rage. If you can't regulate your emotions, you have more issues outside of just riding a motorcycle. Start practicing. Maybe work on your inner child, past traumas, talk to a therapist, maybe do some somatic work, maybe do some journaling, ask God for advice. You know, if we're dealing with this, you have bigger issues. You have way bigger issues. All right. We're on a Busa? What do we got here? Okay, we're going to go a little wide. So this is exactly why we practice our slow speed maneuvers in a parking lot. Look at all these drills you get for $11.25 using Go Drill 25 until Monday, June 3rd. I did say I was going to stop doing ad reads. Oh, hit a speed wobble. Front tire lost a little traction. Got a little crazy. So at this point, go ahead and pull over. Let your adrenaline kind of drop a little bit because you're also now thinking about the situation. So you're coming up to an intersection, you're thinking about what just happened here. You're not paying attention to the left turner. Oh, geez, you're having issues. And just stop for a quick second, do some box breathing. If you don't know what box breathing is, you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and I can't turn my hand again. And then you hold for 4 seconds, inhale for 4 seconds. You do that until your body actually regulates. And that's somatic work, so the guy that was in Florida should have probably done that. Oh, I remember this one. Maybe not. I don't remember it. So he probably hit some gravel, applied some brakes, got some sand, right, Rick R? Open lane a little bit. No, it's not too open. We're good. We're good. Good position. Got good line of sight, good space cushions.
Which ended very badly for him.
What's happening here? Looks like we're part of a group ride. We want to reconnect with our group. Okay, it's a red light. Hopefully, oh, that person's, oh, high side. Ooh, ooh, yep, unconscious. Okay, so right here, it's time to rescue. That's a traumatic brain injury. His brain hit the reset button. Don't worry about the bike. Don't worry about the bike. His brain completely reset. So he's booting back up. He's booting back up. Got to make sure he's still breathing. Yep, his battery's out. Let's go ahead and put it back in. You want to feel useful on scene, so you just find things that you know what to do. And if you know how to put a battery back in, there you go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Side stand down, because I don't know how to deal with a medical emergency. And that's really where it comes into your capabilities as a human. You know, if you have a medical background, you can totally handle that. But if all you know is motorcycle stuff, so you went straight to the motorcycle, completely understandable. For me, though, my concern is the motorcycle rider, because my experience as a firefighter EMT and then accident scene management, TECC, stop the bleed, I like to continue the medical side, because my concern is saving lives versus saving motorcycle parts, is that I gravitate towards that. So it really depends on your skill set. Now, if you're like a woodworker, hey, guess what? I'm going to start looking and building wood stuff. Hey, I do this, I do this, I do this. So whatever capabilities you have, you feel most comfortable with, that's where you gravitate to. So this is why I want you guys to have some medical training, because if we're riding motorcycles, we can have some issues. So here's the high side, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me know if you can see it. But he lands straight on his head, the top of his head, so a little bit of compression in the cervical spine. But that coup contre coup, which is basically your brain sloshing around and your cerebral spinal fluid hitting the inside of your skull, can cause subarachnoid bleeding on your brain. It can cause basically bruising on the brain. Depends on like the dura mater, where it lands, where it hits. Either way, it's going to cause a reboot of your brain. Your brain doesn't like that. So he hits right there, and it's like the brain's like, I don't like it. But the brainstem is really amazing. It's going to try to get you out of a dangerous situation without even using your prefrontal cortex, which is the part where you make a lot of decisions and have empathy and all that stuff. So the brainstem is going to keep you breathing, keep you moving, keep you walking, keep you trying to get you out of there. It's save you. But guess what? It just shuts off anyways. Body's not going to be able to regulate. Your blood pressure might have dropped because of neurogenic shock, possibly. And that's when our body decided to stop. Okay, completely rebooted. This is a traumatic brain injury. It's a concussion. It's a traumatic brain injury. It depends on the level. But this is why you don't let somebody after a crash start walking around. You want to lay them down, and that's on the back of the card right there for head injury symptoms. The treatment is to stop any external bleeding. Lay them down. Because you don't want to have a secondary concussion, which you can easily have. You don't want to have a secondary incident. So right here, we're going to go ahead and drop. Body knows what to do. He's not there. He's gone. His thinking is done. His body knows what to do. His body wants to protect his core. That's why they put the arms down. Possible shoulder injury, because you have the forces transfer up to the shoulder. Wrist injury, elbow injury, collarbone, all that stuff. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and dump down. And there's the secondary impact to the brain. So right now, the brain, let's say it's right in the middle, in between all the cerebral spinal fluid. As soon as it hits this, the brain now sloshes back a little bit delayed, hits the back of the skull, and it's going to slosh back and hit the front of the skull, and it's going to resettle right in the middle. So he's going to have a secondary brain injury there. So now not only do we have it on the top, we're going to have it on the sides, and think about it, you're going to have shearing forces. So, you know, if things are like this, and the top end goes quicker, you just sheared off blood vessels, and that's how you get the bleeding. You get a little shearing going on. So you got to be careful with that. The brain is very delicate. So right here is completely out. Very limp. And so now you know for a fact that there's a brain injury. Call 911 right away. This is the front of the card right there. Call 911 or tell someone to call 911. Either somebody needs to do it. You tell your buddies to do it. And then if you have the medical training, handle the medical emergency. He's going to be rebooting. Don't try to give him water. Don't try to take his helmet off. Don't try to do anything. He probably has a cervical spine injury. So you want to leave him kind of like that. He's on his back. It's perfectly fine. His chest will rise and fall if he is breathing. If he's not breathing, and since he has a full face helmet, that's when you do an emergency maneuver or emergency move by taking the helmet off and breathing for him. If you want to, look up the Good Samaritan laws in your state. for the most part with Good Samaritan laws is that if you're not acting negligent, you're doing something to keep somebody alive and you're not doing it to be paid as a bystander, or it's not like a quid pro quo. It's like, hey, I saved you, now you got to pay me. You won't get sued for the most part. But go ahead and check your local laws for that one. So he's out, and there's the reboot. There is the reboot right there. If he vomits, go ahead and turn him off to his side. It's going to be left lateral recumbent, which is going to be off to his side. You typically see that when somebody gets knocked out in a fist fight. Somebody will roll him off to the side. That way the vomit goes out so he doesn't aspirate it, so he doesn't breathe in his vomit, which will cause him to choke to death. The only reason why you take the helmet off is to protect the airway and continue them breathing. So if he is vomiting, I would probably take the helmet off. But if the vomit just comes out of the helmet, it's the same thing. You want to turn the body, not just the head. So if you just turn the head, you're doing a nice little, cervical spine issue here. So you turn the whole body onto the left side. So he's rebooting. He's rebooting. It's good. Control traffic. So if the vehicle already stopped behind him, which it looks like it did, good job. Traffic is controlled. Yeah, turn the whole body. Kind of like that with the bike. You see how the bike's off to the side? We turn the whole body, just like we turn the whole bike. It's called a log roll. If you want to Google how to log roll somebody, there you go.
Bro, everything's his wheel that.
Yeah, let's get the road. Just wheel off the road. I'll drag it out. We're good.
So leave him there. As long as he's protected by other vehicles, leave him there. Take the bike off if you want, but leave him. Let firefighter, EMTs, paramedics, anybody that shows up with more medical experience, take the liability, okay? Especially if he's not in danger anymore because the traffic is controlled. All right, moving on. That was a fun little assessment. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I used some big words there, so if you have to scroll back, go ahead and Google them. Coup contra coup is just the brain sloshing around. Log rolling is how you move somebody. Cervical spine is the 7 vertebrae in your neck. Okay, moving on. Little ducky. Open lane pattern. Watch out for anybody wanting to switch out. Good job going at a good speed, though. Good job. Our lane is moving. Theirs seems to be backed up. Okay, be careful going into different areas. Same thing, open lane. Watch out for anybody coming out. Okay, you got a honk? Somebody, because you pat. Okay, that person's just, whatever. Captain Hammer, thank you for your service. Thank you for getting people to actually learn CPR and stop the bleed. It's very important. What's up, Henning? How you doing? Guys, if you're watching this after the fact, I'm talking to the chat during our live streams that we have every single Thursday, but today we're doing it on Wednesday because I'll be busy tomorrow. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, get the drill booklet, practice in a parking lot, take a Stop the Bleed class that is open to anybody. Okay, it's really important. It's really good. You're going to learn a lot. Even take a CPR class. But go ahead and grab yourself a donut and get out of here. Get out of here. I need to get some caffeine. 1 second. I'm not going to get caffeine, but that's how I ended the video. We got one more. We got one more. It's already 2 o'clock. Oh my, almost 2 o'clock. I like to round up just a little bit. Tomorrow I have a Spanish written exam. Good luck. Pantalones. That's Spanish. That's Spanish for pants. Wow. A little dyslexic here or something. De donde la biblioteca. What foam mount do you recommend? So Java Crow. I've bounced between rock form and quad lock. I have 2. So I have quad lock for when I ride because it has the vibration dampener. But now that I'm not sponsored by anybody, I can do whatever I want. I use rock form as my daily because I like this little. I like the whatever this is, the little ring, and it has a magnet. So this is magnetized, and so is the ring. I like having the magnet. I like being able to do this. Quad lock is slippery. That's why I only use it when I'm riding. I don't use it on the daily. I can use this as a weapon. But yeah. I like it. You can get a ring for the quad lock, and I do have it, but I can barely fit my pinky through the ring that they have. And this one, I mean, like, look at it. You can fit my whole face in there. I'm just kidding. But I can fit. Yeah. He's got a weapon. We got one more video, guys. Once again, we do have the digital drill booklet. It's international, so if you just order that only, because the physical stuff I don't sell internationally, but you can get the digital drill booklet anywhere in the world. It's only $11.25 USD with the code GODRILL25. I don't know if it was a good idea to do 5 videos. I don't want to wear out my voice, because I do have a presentation on Friday in front of some entrepreneurs about content marketing, and I got 30 minutes to speak, and right now I got 87 slides, and I got to finish those up. Pocket sand. I really wish I had more caffeine. I didn't bring the other one, and the little cafe here at where I'm at is not open. Yeah, the whole goal about the presentation is to get people interested in making content online. And I'm just going to share my life experience. You know, you guys want to see a little bit of it while we're kind of hanging out? I won't show you the first part. Actually, yeah. A little content marketing right there. That's the definition. How I see it is that we're making good friends. I talk to you guys like you're my friends. I talk to you guys like you're my students. I talk to you like you're somebody I care about, so that when you're out riding, you know, I want you to make it home, because I want you guys to keep coming back. I like seeing Rick R making jokes, Bob Lazar right there. Wait, the UFO guy? I like seeing Captain Hammer right here. I mean, I want you guys to come back. So there's me. There's me. This is what we do. I do after action reviews. I also I teach people how. Elad, we are friends. Teach people how to ride. Hey, look at that. I'm going to change the background. I'm working on the background. Look at me. Different sets of hair here. So this is me explaining some previous experience. There's me on the deck gun shooting at least, 250 gallons a minute. I think we lowered the GPM for this one. Spraying some kids. This is usually after, it's like in May, like one of the last few weeks of school, like the last week of school back in Yuma, when it's like easily 100 degrees and it's just kind of fun. So I was just spraying some kids. Here's the thing. You get in trouble if you straight stream it right at them. You have to lob it. Don't ask me how I know. There's me. Fire Academy. 2007. God, look at those arms. Even back then. Damn, look at that. And it's me with the helmet. We're teaching a rookie about the halyard, the dogs and pawls of a ladder. This is an extension ladder. How to clean it, how to take care of it. That halyard's a little loose, but it's probably because it's not, because it's probably extended just a little bit. Yeah, I won't show you that part. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Let's do This is kind of what not the office. This is kind of what the MTC Rider Academy looks like right now. I'm still maneuvering stuff. We're gonna fill in that hole right there, that doorway, and we're gonna make a new set right there. Showing you guys some behind the scenes. I'm literally right there. In fact, we're doing behind the scenes, guys. I know I'm breaking the immersion. I get it. I get it. But that's where I'm at right now. This is what it looks like. I'm watching Z-Laner. This was earlier. This was like a month ago. Working on the book right now. This is what I'm seeing right here. This is what I see right now. And the mouse pad. I can see you. This is what I see. This is how I read the chat. So, former MSF rider coach, accident scene management instructor, tactical emergency casualty care, stop the bleed, motorcycle safety foundation courses, and I did the ARC 1 and 2 from Total Control. There was me a little while back teaching at the MSF. I don't know what I was explaining here. Probably braking. Teaching some classes. I was teaching some classes back in the day. That's my old helmet. You guys remember the Shoei Hornet? There's my helmet. Hey, that was me during the MSF Rider Coach course when I was learning how to become a rider coach. There's me talking to people. This was my first time really instructing in front of others. This is tactical emergency casualty care right here. This was a fun little thing. This was at August 22. I was a little chubbier back then. God, look at the meat on that. It's fine. I gave myself consent. This guy was a Navy SEAL. It was really cool. Really cool. Lots of training, lots of learning. Instructional books, you guys know that. So here's all the books. I do sign each one. We got the rescue booklet here, the rescue card. We're going to get into the 5th video, but I'm having fun showing you guys what I'm going to be doing Friday, speaking in front of a bunch of people. There's the rescue card over there. Hey, look at that. There's me. Hey, Smart Rider. DanDanTheFireman here. There's the books with the cones. Hey, look at there's me. We do have challenge coins, guys, by the way. We do have challenge coins. When the new book comes out, if these haven't sold out yet, I'm thinking about doing a pre-order sale for the book. It might be like the first 100 will get. Hey, Elad, 10 gifted subs. Woo-wee. Thank you so much. I think I will be opening up to international shipping when I get the book. All these people are becoming members because Elad donated 10, or not donated, I would say gifted. There you go. Gifted 10 memberships. Thank you. I think that comes out to like $50, dude. Appreciate that. Wow. And there's the digital drill booklet right there. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's see. Let's get to the pictures. There we go. You guys remember? Any of you guys here since the beginning? March 2nd, 2012. Back when I had the Harley Sportster, Cafe Sportster. This is back in the day. What flavor's in is on the desk. Got the chill. My friend got me into it. Don't recommend it. It is a habit-forming substance. But I like it now. Hey, look at there's me. So the whole point of this was, this is how I started making content. I started experimenting with different kinds of content. I would do horse head stuff, mud runs. Look how buff I was. Yeah. I was also a power lifter. I think that was 465. I was 146 at the time. That was a good lift. Those socks are, I wish I still had those. It says not left and then left. So I knew what foot to put it on. So this is me on the Cafe Sportster when I used to ride around. I would do moto vlogs. You guys remember back in the day with Walterific and all that stuff? I got into moto vlogs and all that stuff. So I was over here. I think I was one of the first ones to have a secondary camera. I put it off on the right. Hey, thank you for the donation. Oh, yeah, that's the flavor of Zen. And then knives. Did my MSF this past week and got my first bike yesterday. Was beyond scared. Kept thinking, what would Dan's sweet beard do in this situation? Hey, sweet beard just kind of, I don't know, gives me so much confidence. You're absolutely right. Good on you for doing that. So I added the secondary camera. You can see me on the bottom right. I did squid at the beginning. I learned my lesson. Thankfully, nothing happened to me. But once I started seeing that stuff as a firefighter, I was like, no more. Hey, look at that. Look at that guy. So this was back in it's got to be 2014. That's where this Spartan race stuff. I would say probably 2013, 2014. No, it had to be 2014 because that's the only way I got the shirt. 2014, couldn't have a beard in the fire service. I was doing gear reviews and stuff like that. This is the Mustang fastback seat that I just mentioned earlier in the stream. I was doing a quick little review on that. There's my Harley Sportster. This is me changing my oil for the first time. I wanted to document it. So I'll be talking during the presentation. I'll be talking about how I started, kind of what direction, what I learned from this. Document, don't create. Lighting is very important. When I started getting the cameras ready for everything, look at November 25th, 2014. So I've been doing this for a while now, over 10 years of making videos. This is what it used to look like inside my helmet. Yeah. Really hurt the ears. Really hurt the ears. Editing on my MacBook Pro, so learning Final Cut and iMovie. Having to do all that stuff. Look, there's me in the corner. Anybody remember Saturday Scramblers? Decided to start taking my Harley off-road. Wanted to have some fun. I started running out of topics to say, so I wanted to add some spectacle to it. So I went off-road. You guys remember that? Anybody been here since the beginning? Anybody been here since how I started? It's kind of interesting to see this and then what I do now, right? Yeah, I got stuck right here for about 35 minutes. Really sucked. I was really worried I couldn't get out. But I did. There's a video on that. Anybody remember the drone footage? This was back with the Phantom 2, DJI Phantom 2. Couldn't afford the 3. That was like $1,000. This was like $499. Got it on sale, I think, for $399. Had to figure out how to make it follow me when I'm out there riding in the desert. There's me right there. Riding my Harley off-road in the desert. There's a whole playlist on this channel. I think if you even just YouTube Saturday Scrambler, you'll find me. There's me editing it, learning how to edit. And then I kind of jumped into tips. This is back in the day. Still riding the Harley. So I've been doing this kind of stuff, talking about this kind of stuff for years. For years. You guys remember these books? Remember that logo? I didn't have a beard yet, but I had a mustache. Remember these ebooks? Yep. That was my ex teaching how to ride. So I started getting into coaching in person at the time. Look at that. This was after I left the fire service. Obviously, the beard is a little wild at this point. I still have that hat. And this was probably, I think, this must have been January 2019. Must have been January 2019. Learning to become an MSF rider coach. You guys remember when I had the little sport bike for a little bit? I did a little giveaway of that. Not doing that again. That was a pain in the ass. But teaching people how to do the straight line weave, offset weave, U-turns, figure eights, all that stuff on a sport bike. Back when I had the Honda Rebel, doing some figure eights. Teaching people how to ride in a parking lot. This is when I started really getting into how-to videos. Remember this little guy? My clutch blew up. So I did have a QT drink, and guess what? I also had a nice little blue moon. Yeah. Replacing my clutch on my Sportster. Then I started getting into riding, you know, in traffic, teaching people how to ride in traffic, not just parking lot stuff. So how to ride up a mountain. This is Mount Lemon right here. Beautiful ride. Hey, look at that. Progressive braking. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is the first time really using green screen stuff. Started using green screen. And lighting is very important. You see how like blue and sickly I look? I didn't have proper lighting at the time, but look at me now. Look at me now. Better lighting. I do look like this though. I also, you know, hang it outside. But progressive braking. Anybody understand the orange? I use that analogy. I've been using that for a long time. Look at the old Motorcycle Training Concepts logo. Yeah, a little different. So it squeeze the orange. Remember this? Parking lot drills. This is what I got the FTR, so this must have been at least after May 2019. So this is for the figure 8. So I was doing some how-to videos, kind of working on my editing skills. And remember when I started doing podcasts? A little bit of a podcast, the After the Ride podcast. This is the After the Ride podcast. Remember when I started doing gear reviews? How to shop? How to, like what I would get? Now doing some gear reviews. I still have that bag on my Indian FTR. Still have that. Then I started getting into crash reviews, but look at how I used to do it. Used to sit down, kind of hang out. Didn't want to move too much because I didn't have a big green screen like I do now. But I didn't do them live. This wasn't live. I would just do them and then upload them. Same thing here. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Same thing. The after action review. I wouldn't do them live. That's my old uniform. But look at all those videos. 3 years ago. This says at least 3 years ago. But I wouldn't do them live yet. And then I started doing them live. This was my old podium. You can kind of see it. I wanted to make sure there's a little bit. Every time there's a donation, a few coins would pop into the glass. There's some people from back in the day. I would have the chat on the screen. And I was doing it so much, my eyes were actually starting to get worse. So I had to wear some blue filter glasses. But anybody remember The Office? The old Office? Look at the old Office. Anybody remember the front office? This is the old front office. There's my old uniform. I had a long sleeve. And then here we are. We're right up to now. Hey, it's Missy. Are you still here? There you go. Captain Hammer. There you are. Skynet's still... I think Skynet's watching a different show right now. We got the pizzas. Now we're back to where we're at. This is where we're at. We got some new stuff. We got rescue. We're also doing the drills on with the booklet. This was the intro. And I think the rest are plain with placeholders. Yeah, what I learned. So I'm going to replace this based on relevant topics based on beginner needs. Talk about what I know, increase my education, increase the number of topics. Batch produce video content on a few ideas at a time. These are all tips for the people that I'll be doing the presentation for. So the Google Drive topics, I've got like hundreds of them. So I'm going to do a quick slide with the picture of that. Tip videos are great for views. How-to is great for searchable content because it's like how to tie a tie. You're going to find it, right? You're searching for it. Tips are like, yeah, cool. Gee whiz information. I really love it. Consistent live streams are great for building community. So guys, thank you for being a part of this community. It's great because look at us. We're having a nice chat back and forth. I absolutely love it. Audio is more important than video, but are important though. Okay, I need to work on that. Both are important. There you go. Both are important though. So if I had really crappy audio or yeah, if you can't hear me, there's no point, right? If it's bad audio, you can't hear me. Good video is important. You guys saw the change from how I looked sick to now. Good green screen, good keying of everything. Edit for context. Don't try to be fancy. The information is the value. Now, if you could do both, great. It's taken me 6+ years to kind of get where I'm at here. Having, you know, good, fun, fancy things. Really fun and fancy. But the value itself comes from the information that you're providing. You review the best performing videos and redo them every 6 months or yearly. The information is new to new followers and is updated for older viewers. So the better I get, guess what? If I redo the same thing with new information that I went out and sought and got education for, better education, more updated education, guess what? You guys are going to get better value out of it. Focus on bringing free value first, second, third, and fourth, and provided a product that solves a problem. Because I'm talking to some entrepreneurs at this thing on Friday. So I'm just going to constantly give you guys stuff, like free information. And if you want to go out and practice, well, I can't really be there with you. So I have to make a product so that you guys can go out and practice yourself. But I'm going to make it to where, hey, you know what? I'm going to provide so much value inside of it because now you can scan the video. You can watch me do it. You got things to do, make it, you know, accessible. Same thing with the nice little rescue card. Make it accessible. It's very important. But once again, these people are entrepreneurs. They want to make some money. And that was it. That's my, I got 87 slides. I'm going to be working on those last few, so they're not placeholders. Just today, Solid Snake. Thank you, Captain Hammer. I appreciate that. You just purchased the drill guide. Nice. Practice, practice, practice. All right, we got one more. And here's the thing. As a live stream, nobody else gets to see this until about 2 hours and 20 minutes into this video. So you guys, as my community, you know, we're building community here. You guys get to see it behind the scenes. And everyone else just gets to see this stuff. That's the fun part. That's the fun part. You guys get this exclusive fun time with me. And I enjoy it. I like to share what's happening in my life, and I like to see what happens in your life. All right. So we got one more video. Then I'm going to edit 5. Well, I'll probably edit 3. Well, I'll just do 5. Screw it. What time is it? 2? I'm going to go work out at... I got to leave... Oh, no, I think I'll edit 1. I don't know. We'll see. I got to get going, though. So here's the thing. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to give you the full length. It's probably going to be a 20-minute video. This video is from, let's take a look, 7 months ago. Okay, so not super old. We've seen this one. If you've been here in the last 7 months, you've probably seen this one. Mount Lemmon is great, Fairden. You're in Phoenix, right? You don't want to see my life? Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and, I was gonna say I'm gonna take a drink of energy drink, but I don't have any. But you guys got to see behind the scenes. Nice, yeah, Phoenix. Nice. Ugh. All right. The presentation will be a lot more fluid. I just wanted to share kind of what I was doing. I'll be talking the whole time. So I want to save my voice. So this is the last video, guys. This is the last video of the day. We're going to have a video out tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we're going to have a full-on have fun. And we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. I think this one we'll do, since this one's coming out Monday. We'll do the ad read. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Dan and the Fireman here. This is going to be the last video of our live stream, but today's the last day to get this on sale using code GODRILL25. Put this on your handlebars, practice in a parking lot, become better at slow speed maneuvers, and don't make mistakes like these guys. So this video is 7 months old. We're going to redo it with the new information that we have because we've been practicing these live streams every week. We've gotten better. We're going to utilize the plan method and all the knowledge and experience that I've had from a firefighter of 11 years, MSF rider coach, accident scene management instructor, and all the curriculum that we teach at the MTC Rider Academy. So what happened here? I know I was talking, but were you paying attention? So we're coming up here. We have a sharp left turn. You can recognize that by the chevrons, those signs on the side. It's indicating that, hey, we're turning sharp left. Now, if they're closer together, it's sharper. If they're wider apart, it's not as sharp, but it's still sharp. That's why they have the signs there. So we're leaning over pretty well. This is going to lower our traction because now we're getting closer to the sidewall of our tire. So the best way to handle this situation is possibly slow it down before the turn so you don't have to lean so far. And sometimes people just lean far when they don't need to lean. So get practice, become better. Okay. Asphalt. So yeah, asphalt. Here we go. So our rear tire slid out from underneath us. We lost traction. And this is called a low side. So we're going to have, based off a mechanism of injury, because we also teach let's go ahead and bring this up, how to rescue injured motorcyclists with medical training. These are the principles that we've had here for years, and this is what we focus on as the DDFM crew. But mechanism of injury, we have that left leg, left arm. This is why we wear gear too. A is acquire and use personal protective equipment so we can mitigate these injuries. So we're going to go ahead and crash, and now our butt is going to be scraped up just a teeny tiny bit. So how do we rescue this person? First, we remain calm so we don't become part of the accident. Same thing with ensuring our own safety so we don't become part of the accident so we can help rescue. We're going to stop any major bleeds. Very important. Become Stop the Bleed certified. I did that back in March as a refresher. Really good information, really quick 4-hour course. Really cool. You learn a lot. So it looks like he's doing fine. Not a big issue. Bike is doing fine. He's got some sliders here. That's going to keep the bike off the ground, and it's going to be sliding on that, which is going to protect your bike. Well worth the investment, especially if you do crash. It just saved probably him a lot of money. Really heavy bike. Either put it in neutral or hold in the clutch so the bike rolls. But now we're going to move on. So probably open lane pattern, or this guy wants to switch over. Let's see what happens. There's a switch over. We're going to go ahead and position ourselves in a bad position for safety. So yeah, the truck does whatever they want to do. We also do the same thing. We also need to put ourselves in a better position and not hit the curb. So he's rolling around, not good. Nice little slow-mo. So we're coming up to here, and part of planning a ride, right, is we're going to put ourselves in a position for safety. We're going to locate hazardous situations. This guy's all over the place. This looks a little hazardous. Assess if he becomes a threat. He's in front of us, so we can modulate our speed and apply braking or deceleration with engine braking, whatever it is that we want to do to maintain the space cushion. But we're going to also navigate any active threats. If he slams the brakes and we're getting almost into him, we have to do something. We're going to have to do really good progressive braking to get ourselves out of this situation. So right here, we did a nice swerve, but we weren't paying attention to kind of where our trajectory was going, and we just went wide. So we probably target fixated on the curb or the grass when we should have target fixated up in here, but there was really no reason to be switching. We could have just applied a little bit of brakes and waited until that person was in the lane and then did something. But we didn't. And then we crashed. Now, is there more than one person, or did the camera fly off our head? I think the camera flew off. Because there we are. Camera must have flown off. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so high risk, high skill is needed for this. No gear. Let's see what happens. We went up and over, and now we're sliding with no gear. So road rash is a possible injury here.
We weren't even 10 minutes into this group ride when the truck on the left decided it couldn't pass us and wanted to cut my friend off instead.
It probably needed to get off on this exit, but we're blocking him. And that's okay. Okay, our group ride does not mean that we're just one really long car. We're all individual vehicles. So if somebody wants to go through, that's perfectly fine. This is why we talk to each other on our Bluetooth comm systems, which we use Cardo Pack Talk Edges here. And there is a link in the description for 10% off if you want to do that. If they're going to switch over, let them. Just let them. Not a big deal.
And wanted to cut my friend off instead.
Yeah, his voice is... Let them. Not a big deal. You're kind of blocking a lot. Do you want them to accelerate in front and then slam the brakes to turn? Do you want them to basically stop the flow of traffic? We don't know how long the line is, and then finally merge over or miss their exit. No, they're gonna do what they want to do. I think I might have done that, to be honest. I would have indicated and slowly moved over. Maybe did it a little bit sooner, but it's kind of frustrating. It's frustrating. All right, what do we got here?
Warn this rider of the approach intersection.
Near miss. Anybody going to come out in their lane?
From the
Unmarked intersection. Okay. So there's the side of the vehicle. Good job with braking. You hear the ABS kick in. Let's go back. Hear the ABS. There's the ABS right there. ABS kicked in. So we have blind corners coming up. Now, yeah, it's unmarked. Can't see much. There's a line of sight issue up in there.
From reacting appropriately.
As soon as you see the side of the vehicle, he perceived it, reacted, and applied braking pressure. So he did fine. This is good. We didn't panic. We didn't freak out. We're moving on. Didn't flip anybody off. Good job. Same person. Overtaking on a blind corner. Not a good idea. So reposition. Great braking. Good job with the braking. Look at that view. It's beautiful. All right, nighttime, we have hazards. We can't see much, so we're going to go ahead and increase our risk by speeding. So once again, speed is typically a factor when it comes to crashes and close calls. So if we can regulate our speed, we're in a good position. So a turn came up out of nowhere, and we're going too fast for the turn, so we went wide, hit the curb, and crashed. And this is why, as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment in case our skills and our understanding of hazardous situations fail us. So that means our brain and body failed us. Hopefully, you know, external factors don't fail our body. All right, what do we got here? Looks like California. Yep. So it's a merging area with an HOV connector. I don't trust the fact that people stay within the lines. I just trust if people are near me. Oh!
That's me.
I think he hit a battery. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think he hit a we saw this 7 months ago. I think it was like a whole battery in the... Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So very unfortunate. So he's doing a head check. He's doing everything correct, right? And this is why I say acquire and use personal protective equipment. You don't know what could happen. It could be a failure of just random failures, not your fault. A failure on somebody else losing a battery. There it is. Of all places, right? Of all places. So when we hit this, there is right shoulder, I'm sorry, his left shoulder. This is why we have armor in our gear. His head hit the ground. This is why we have a helmet. And you can see his pants. I don't think he had motorcycle pants. Look at those jeans and his butt. That's his shirt. So they tried to blur it out, but I saw... You can see, look at that, right in the middle, in his crotch. Just ripped right open. His pants completely ripped the moment it touched the ground. This is why with motorcycle pants and jeans, they have Kevlar or aramid fibers in the buttock area. So it will keep it together so that when you continue to slide or tumble, it will still protect your butt because you'll just start removing skin and then possibly flesh. Not good. Thankfully, that car did stop. Yep, to prevent anybody from hitting him. Very good. No, I just didn't know what was going on. We're just going to move on, though. Yep, blocking traffic so that nobody gets hurt. A secondary incident. It's very good. Nobody gets hit in the road. So we're going to move on from this. So EMS stuff. All right. Terrible situation, but how to rescue? There you go. Once again, we have that card that goes with the rescue pack if you want to buy that.
It's good to
What do we got here?
mistakes made by other riders, and here we have a good example how dangerous gravel is on the road.
Okay, gravel, loss of traction issue, especially in the middle of a turn. We went a little wide here, so we're going a little too fast to make the turn. We could have slowed it down before that, made more of a perpendicular, easier 90-degree turn, but we went a little too wide, a little too fast, so we had to apply the brakes to slow down onto a gravel road. Assault and battery. So yeah, we're going a little too fast. So how to handle this situation? Slow it down beforehand a lot more.
How dangerous gravel is on the road.
Because look, we're coming up to here. It's like, oh crap, we're going too fast. Now we're applying more and more brake, while the handlebars were turned and on gravel. We just don't have enough traction to make that turn. So slow it down a little bit more, especially when you're transitioning from asphalt to gravel. And there's not a lot of gravel where he could have, made the normal turn. There's gravel towards the outside where he went. Going a little bit high speed, in between traffic, high risk, lots of brake lights. What's going to happen here? Swerve, get out of the way. Yeah, that's gonna be the problem. Too much speed. You're gonna have to make quick adjustments. Sun in the eyes, open lane pattern. This vehicle is gonna come out in front of us probably. There it is. Apply the brakes, find a new position for safety. So right here, open lane pattern. Okay, our lane is moving a little bit quicker than the other lane. That car right there does not want to be behind the other vehicle. They want to get into a lane that's moving and also want to get into a lane that they have great vision. You do the same thing. You do the same thing when you're driving. Now, what you hopefully are doing differently are checking your blind spots. But here's the thing. We're in the blind spot. So if you recognize an open lane pattern, start looking around. Orient yourself. The whole part of planning is positioning for safety, right? And you're locating this hazardous situation. You're constantly going back and forth and then assessing any relevant threats. So in this position right here, let's go and bring this back up. It's going to disappear. There it is. I'm locating hazardous situations. I see an open lane pattern up ahead of me. That's interesting. If this is an open lane pattern, who's this vehicle? Oh, crap. I'm in their blind spot. Let's go ahead and roll off the throttle so I stay out of their blind spot because they're more than likely going to switch over, and I don't want to be side by side with them. So that's what you're doing. And so what I did right there was I located, assessed that it's a relevant threat. I'm going to do a quick little navigation of rolling off to put myself in a better position for safety. So it's a constant rotation. It's a loop. And then what we have here is that if we get caught out, though, right, same thing. We're still planning. We planned back there. Hopefully we prevent ourselves from being in this position. But if we are in this position, we can still plan right now. So we locate this hazardous situation. We're assessing, and we're going to go ahead and navigate because he became an active threat going to hit us. Now we got to put ourselves in a new position for safety. And this part, the new position for safety, is the escape path that we're going to take right here. That's going to be our new position for safety. Okay, now that we're right here, we're going to go ahead and plan again. Are we in a position for safety? No, we're on the shoulder. This is where a lot of road surface hazards are. So we're locating that this is a hazardous situation being right here. We're assessing that there's possible threats, but you know what? I'm just going to put myself in a brand new position for safety by rolling off the throttle, and I want to get there quicker, so I'm going to do good progressive braking to get myself behind this person so I can maintain a good space cushion, get back into my lane, which is going to be a better position for safety, and then I'm going to redo locating hazardous situations. I'm going to redo assessing. I'm going to redo making sure I'm in a good position. And how do you know if you're in a good position? We need at least one escape path, we need good line of sight, and we need a good space cushion. That's it. Space cushion in front of us, inside the sides. That's going to help understand what a good position is. There you go. So now right here, decent space cushion, okay line of sight. We have an escape path once again. We have already used it once. We can use it again. We're good. So we just did 3 plan loops, the plan method within just this one little video. And that's how you're constantly staying focused and zoned in on your safety when you're riding. You start to predict these patterns. You start to see them. You start to respond instead of react last second. And then you stay safe when you're riding a motorcycle. You can also do this when you're driving a car. Might be a little bit harder to escape on a shoulder in a car, but You can do this.
I was coming up to this intersection at a nice
More TikTok. Love it.
All of a suddenly my bike shuts down, and I go to bump start in the corner like an idiot, and my back tire locked up.
Pretty fast in that corner. He went pretty fast in that corner and might have slammed that rear brake to slow down.
Skid mark.
Whatever. All right. Hazardous situation, lots of vehicles. It's a merging area. We have somebody wanting to switch over. We're going to get ourselves in a new position for safety.
I really didn't like being honked at the
Maintain a good space cushion. Very good. Now we're going to locate any other threats in hazardous situations. We're going to navigate anything that pops out. We're not going to create hazardous situations by escalating. We're going to focus on our ride. Good space cushion. We have a little bit of brake lights. We're side by side with this vehicle. Don't like it. I want to stay staggered, just like if we're in a group ride. We're in a group ride with other cars, just like if we're in a group ride with motorcyclists. Don't worry about this. Focus on front. You have a red light. Done. Dragon Rider Productions. All right, so she moved over. So you do sometimes have to escape by accelerating. So braking right now could cause some issues. You might run into the back of this vehicle. So he's having to accelerate through this small gap right here. So this is a red stage maneuver. If you don't know a red stage maneuver, it's part of the MTC awareness stages. Yellow zoned in, orange, this is a hazardous situation. Red, we got to do something. And that's the whole part of plan. You can tell it's color coded, right? P is, we're going to constantly put ourselves in a good zone in position for safety. We're kind of on high alert and we're on active alert right here when it comes to navigating. So we found the escape right there, accelerated through, used the skill set of throttle control and slight turning, and then we're back into our lane. Nighttime hazardous situation, people just can't see. We have also idiot drivers, possibly drunk, possibly on substances. We have a merge area here with the Cisco truck, but it seems like we're gonna intersect at different points, so we should be good here. Okay, our lane's moving. Guess what? I'm sorry. Let's go back to that. Our lane is not moving. The left lane is moving quicker. We are now participating in an open lane pattern. We are now in it. We're not witnessing it. We are doing it. You see? But now we're kind of stuck here. Good. Now we have good line of sight, good position. But what is this car doing? They're kind of all over the road. They probably don't know how to color within the lines, because they don't know how to drive within the lines. Let's see what happens. Yeah, what are you doing? So when it comes to positioning for safety, remember, we're looking for space cushions too. Not just line of sight. We have great line of sight and we have a great escape path right in front of us, but our space cushion is terrible. So what can we do in this situation? Just roll off the throttle to allow some engine braking, which will make it to where that vehicle maintains their speed, but since we're slowing down in our speed, it increases our space cushion. And at this point, guess what they're going to do now? They're going to get back into the lane that you're currently in because that car is in the right lane. Now we have a terrible space cushion, terrible line of sight, and we don't really have a good escape path. And this is why we start seeing these things ahead of time so we can maintain our position for safety. Good line of sight. We have an escape path in a lane filtering position. We're switching lanes. We participated in the open lane pattern. They also did the same thing and cut us off. So if we do it, somebody else will do it. If we look for blind spots, maybe somebody else won't look for blind spots. But the base action here is people don't like being behind other vehicles. So anticipate that. Put yourself in another position for safety. It's another open lane pattern because we switched. Okay, what do we got here? Kind of boxed in. We're getting closer to this vehicle. We're going to put ourselves in a better spot, which would be, that's an escape. That person switched over because they didn't want to exit. If you notice right here, exit only. See that sign that's yellow? That's an exit only. Probably didn't want to exit. So be careful around merge areas. Merging areas, intersections, blind corners, or even regular corners is an orange stage situation where we're on high alert. So we have an open lane pattern. You see all those vehicles in front of this big, yep, there it is. They were paying attention to auditory, so they heard the horn, which is interesting, because usually that doesn't happen, but they want to get back over. They just accelerated to move. This person, please turn. Make the turn, make the turn, make the turn. You got it. Maybe a little top heavy. Okay. Open lane, maybe. No, we got some brake lights. Now we have a big gap in the middle. Oh! Uncommon thing. Somebody's a little drunk riding the scooter. Drunk riding the scooter. If you want to help and rescue, that's fine. It's up to you. Do not pass on the right. Do not pass on the right. Don't do that. You have no escapes. Okay, so we got a corner coming up here. It looks like kind of sharp. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Almost didn't navigate that corner. That's why we go into orange stage. All right, another situation from Dragon Rider Productions. So this person wants to turn right, so do we. So we either accelerate through or allow them in. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It happens. This is why in intersections, in any areas where people can make decisions on where they want to turn left and right, be very careful. This is why we have to constantly plan our ride. We're locating that is a hazardous situation. Are they a relevant threat? We don't know until they become an active one. Then we do something about it.
Thanks for watching till the end.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, MotoStars, for having that video. But guys, with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, catch me on the live streams, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Hey, that's 5 videos. Almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Woo! 3 hours. Next week, you're going to have a colorful beard. Nice. That means you've been here 2 years? I think you've been here at least a year with the gray beard. Guys, almost 300 likes. Let's get 5 more likes. I'm going to edit these 5 videos. You're going to have a video tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You're going to have a video for the rest of the week, basically. I'll be back here on Thursday for the next live stream. We'll probably do 2 or 3 videos. We might do 2 or 3. We'll see how it goes. I'll give you an update on how the presentation went. And I'll be working on the book. I'll be getting that book going. Again, I've been focusing on this presentation all month. And then now that that's done, the DGR is done. A lot of the stuff that I have that are responsibilities are done outside of now working on the book, creating the videos for the book, because each lesson has its own video attached to it. So now you get a video lesson and a book part of that lesson. And then I'll be updating that and making some different changes so that, guess what? It's going to be a new MTC Rider Academy course. So the book will be applied to the course. The course is going to fit with the book. You're going to have a video series based on the book. And then I'm going to see about opening up the shop to international shipping for the books. And then maybe at that point, start making trips and setting up the Smart Rider games. Guys, I have a whole game system. I would love to have a competition series where we all race each other on who can do the Smart Rider drills the fastest, with possible prizes. We'll see. We'll see. But I want to talk to some web developers and see about creating a ranking system on a website to see who's the fastest with their own videos. And then think of the CrossFit games, like the CrossFit Open, but for Smart Rider drills. Think about that. That's been an idea in my brain for the past couple years. But once the book is done, I think I'm going to be going all in on that. Because I have a lot of fun. We'll have an e-bike category, a motorcycle, a sub 500cc category, and a 500cc and above category. And we might have some specials where it's like who can do it the slowest. You're right. That's on my list. It's on my thing. Also, who can do it the fastest with a passenger. And then, what was the other one? It wasn't with. Oh, and then teams. Be 2 and 3. No squad. No quads. But think of almost like rank system with Call of Duty, where you have duos and trios, and see who can. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. But guys, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and take the elevator down to the editing room, and I'll be seeing you guys next Thursday. I'll see you guys later.